switch it to the tripod.
Okay, thanks.
Next Christmas will be done.
Justin, what's up? Justin says hi to everybody, especially Carmen and Kathy.
Hello.
Carmen is with an A-N and Kathy's with a C. Just FYI. For future reference.
Thank you, Master.
Oh, you know what I want to add? Oh, yeah, I want to talk. Okay, something about Donald Trump. I said this last night, and when you got off the phone, I wasn't trying to start any trouble, but he also, and this I believe, excuse me.
I'm not trying to start any trouble, but
This I believe this was also okay to say on the air.
okay.
Donald, you didn't overturn Roe versus Wade. You put it up for debate. When you overturn something, when you overturn a law, you look that up, Donald, you're not too bright. You overturn a law, it means you overturn it back to the way it was. That's common sense, and it's also in law books. You lied and made even stupidly, we're too ignorant to realize that you didn't overturn Roe versus Wade. By leaving it up to the states to vote, you put it up for debate. There's a difference between overturning something and putting it up for debate. You put the issue up for debate. And anybody who wants to argue with that, try to argue. You're not going to make any sense because that's exactly what he did. He didn't overturn it. He put it up for debate. And he made it look to the whole world like he did something that was so conservative again. And it wasn't. It was a manipulation. He didn't overturn it. He put it up for debate. The guy says that he's conservative and all this. You are a liberal, Donald Trump. You are a Republican, a rhino, which is a Republican only by name. You are a rhino, a Republican only by name. And I believe they're using you and to start the New World Order. George Bush talked about the New World Order. They couldn't do it with him. I think that Barack Obama wanted to start it, but because he was a liberal and he had a transgender wife, there was the rumors that he had a transgender wife. They couldn't do it with him. Now they're doing it with you.
I think they're all move us a little bit closer.
And I think Donald Trump is the one that's doing it. Everybody
they
all led up to it.
He wouldn't be able to do what he's doing now if not for all the other ones who came.
True, but they led up to it. This is the guy. This is the real guy. They all led up to it. He's the guy that's doing it. And anybody out there that thinks Donald Trump is so great, he is doing some good things, but you know what? In the Bible it says that in the end times, the antichrist will create miracles, signs, and wonders to manipulate people. So, yes, he's doing stuff on the border. But what about what I found out in the psych wards? He covered up for those people and still going on in the psych wards, human trafficking, and yet he's trying to make people think he cares about these children. Doing extreme fighting and airing it on TV, okay? And he threw a monkey wrench in that because Andrew Cuomo to be testified against. You backed him up. So you're saying how much you hate these people. You hate Andrew Cuomo, you hate Barack Obama. You love their asses. Because I know that for a fact because I was working with you and you were covering for them. Even Hillary Clinton, you don't hate her. You're a liberal just like them, and you're the Antichrist. And I'll tell you something else. You did these things, okay, and tried to make it look conservative. They think you're against the liberals. They think you don't like the left. But you are the left. Donald, other people had complaints against you, and I admit they were bogus. This is not bogus. We were investigating Nassau County Medical Center, and you did all this. I went back to South Nassau, and somebody that was in your behalf, somebody that looked like you, that was imitating you, but I think he was barely sent by you. And I mentioned to this man, thinking I was talking to you, and I think he was sent by you. He was an actor in South Nassau. And I said, you threw a monkey wrench in that whole operation because you, okay, wanted to protect the Jewish doctor. And I said, Hitler, he was an Orthodox Jewish doctor, and I said, Hitler was an Austrian Jew. I said to you, or that man, that you probably would have stomped with Hitler if, and this is a fact too, this is a fact, you would have stomped with Hitler, okay, if you knew he was an Austrian Jew, and you would have stomped with Hitler. He said, the guy in your behalf said, yes, I would have. I would have stomped with Hitler. And this is a fact, it's a true fact, a true conversation. And what happened after that, they started talking about you being Hitler and all that. And they didn't know where it was coming from, but they knew that this was out there after. So I just led up to that. And I'm explaining to everyone what people meant by that. They were too stupid to know what they were saying. But I do know what I'm saying. That was said to me by either you or that person that looks like you, who was sent by you to say that yes, you would stomp with Hitler. And these aren't just my guesses. No, this is a fact. These things were said. These things, the trafficking in Nassau County Medical Center, the trafficking in Nassau County Medical Center was happening. The young girls were being trafficked. The men were being trafficked and fighting. And you allowed. Let me speak. And you allowed it to, let me speak, and you allowed it to go on. You allowed it to go on, and you covered for these people, and you discharged me. I don't have enough money to make you and Elon Musk look like paupers, and you made sure I was discharged without knowing anybody I was a cop, and without my money, and on medicine I wasn't supposed to be on, because you were covering for these people. You later on, when I went to Pilgrim, you wanted to endorse me for governor, you took that back. These are not made up, these are facts. Nobody else talked with facts against you, Donald. I'm talking with facts. Maybe facts that are unknown, but they're facts.
You see the rest of it?
Just because something is not known, it doesn't mean it's not a fact, and I will prove these things.
Yeah, I pulled out the half-cut man.
And the police department, the Nassau County Sheriff's Department, and the Nassau County Police Department picked up the girls in East Meadow. On any misdemeanor charge, if they jaywalked, they were picked up. Sold on the black market as sex slaves. They told to say they live in Ace, and men had to complain about anything, they were sent back. And they also did extreme fighting and added on a private TV station, all done by Andrew Cuomo and the rest of the Democrats, which you came in acting like, you had to speak, acting like you were going to help, excuse me.
Hey,
acting like you just isn't going to show up again. Acting like you were trying to help me, and then you threw a
And
monkey.
now when you pour it,
yeah,
right, go ahead, overfill it.
And then you threw a monkey wrench in everything. Because
Starts to spill.
you're one of them, Donald. You're one of them.
ooh,
Could I finish?
And then,
I just want to finish the statement.
so no, you're not gonna finish.
I'm almost done.
You're on a rant.
It, lady. You can put this on Lefty's losing it, because I'm just going to prove that you're a clown
Get
too.
a spoon.
Because you get old lunatics on that show
this one?
that
Yeah, any spoon.
Okay.
you can prove a lunatic. You wouldn't dare put me on the show because you know I'm talking facts.
Put this.
And if you did, you'd be stupid because it would just prove that this thing's a joke.
Coconut. Coconut oil.
Yep.
Coconut butter. So, Dora, you could speak. I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm just saying.
Well, you go, that stuff.
What do you mean?
Are you doing that when I'm trying to speak? You're going, that's not funny.
No, I'm
You
not.
wasn't?
You both were. You both were.
We haven't.
And you didn't, no, but you didn't have to go,
We didn't.
But you did. You both did.
No.
No, but you did.
We'll go to the videotape.
We'll play the tape back afterwards. We'll play the tape back afterwards. When we play the tape back, we'll hear you both going, oh, knowing that you said this, thinking it's not going to be heard, but we'll play the tape back.
Kinda
We'll play the
licked
tape
it.
back.
Yeah, all right.
But you both did it. You both did it. We'll play the tape back. You agreed to do the show this way, and then when I did it this way, you tried to stop it.
Put that away.
That's not funny. You agreed to do the show this way. You agreed to talk about the stuff. I'm talking about it, and you try to stop me from doing it.
Not stop. We don't even have to wait for the show to be over. We could go down on my computer and look.
Yeah, look in the computer.
Prove it.
But it's a fact. You both did that.
We may have, but maybe we were laughing about
You
something
say
else.
you say it's
No,
a fact.
it was right when I said those things. You did it.
It's you say
Like,
it's
oh,
a fact.
here we go again. That's what you're trying to do.
No.
You say
You both
it's a
did it.
fact.
No.
You both did it. You both
If it
did
was
it.
really a fact, you wouldn't have to convince us. Then say it's a
We
fact.
didn't
Well, I
mean
don't.
We didn't
I will
mean
show it
that
to you.
way. We didn't mean it
Okay.
offensively.
What but you did?
Dead issue then.
Well, I
Thank you.
apologize if you took it that way.
I took it just the way it is.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna go big one, like a heaping.
Thank you.
You both agreed that we do the show this way, and then I tried to do it this way, and you tried to do that.
All right, now turn the hot water on.
Alright.
When you do emulsification, which is the combining of the fat and the sweet, the lecithin somehow helps with that. And you also turn the hot water on. You're going to add a little bit of hot liquid. Somehow that helps it all happen. Alright, so that's emulsification. First stage in any smoothie.
So you meant turn that hot water on, not this hot water? Okay.
Just gonna, just a little bit, just to get it moving.
Alright.
And then while it's moving, you can even put the mangoes in. Oh no, we don't have sea moss.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to mention too, Donald. I ran the show from the psych ward. Your son Barron is running the show now. You ain't as bright as you make yourself out to be. You got a 19-year-old boy running the country. And I know that for a fact, because when I was in the psych ward, you had a mental patient like me running the country. And now you have a 19-year-old son boy running the country.
This is live colloid, which is
Donald,
full spectrum
somebody saw you. Somebody saw you in the hospital outside my room. They saw your videos, the footage of you, and the person said to me, "Oh, it's no doubt that was the real Donald Trump, and it was the real." Who was Donald Trump's lawyer? What was his name? Who was Donald Trump's lawyer? What was his name? What was his name?
Donald Trump's lawyer?
What was his name? Mayor Giuliani. It was a real, no doubt that it was a real Donald Trump and the real Mayor Giuliani. Okay? And he said, but what did you have to do with all this? I said, well, I was telling them what to say from my room. So the woman goes, you mean, Mr. Doyle, you were orchestrating this? I said, yeah. I said, he picked good people to be around him. He says, no. She said, no, he's not too bright. If he has to have someone orchestrate everything from somebody's room, he's not a good president, he's not bright. But he said, you, Mr. Doyle, might be intelligent to orchestrate everything from your room. But that idiot is a puppet. And now he's your puppet. Well, I'm not going to, you know what? You're not my puppet anymore, Donald. You're messed up. And I'm telling the world that you were my puppet to try to stop those things in Nassau County, South Nassau, and Pilgrim. But now, I don't want you as my puppet anymore. And you see how you're doing things now. And this is all true. These are all facts. You were my puppet. You were a puppet for the good guys. Now you're a puppet for the bad guys. Okay?
I think you were fooled, Trudeau. He was never a puppet for the good guys.
He was my puppet until he screwed up. I wasn't fooled. I don't get fooled. He was my puppet until he screwed up. He thought I was a bad guy. That's it. You thought I was a bad guy when you were being my puppet. And you were stupid enough to do the things I told you to do. But the things I told you to say were good. You were too stupid to even see that. So you're a puppet for the good guys and the bad guys, thinking you're always a bad guy puppet without even realizing when you're being a puppet for the good guys, you're an idiot. You're not only the antichrist, you're not too bright like that nurse said. And you know what? The Antichrist, they never said the Antichrist was going to be intelligent. They never said the Antichrist was going to be intelligent. They said he was going to be charismatic. They didn't say he was going to be intelligent or smart. They said he was going to be charismatic. As a matter of fact, they said the Antichrist was going to be stupid. Was going to be stupid because the devil is stupid. Okay? He's just charismatic. What you lack in intelligence, what you lack in intelligence, Donald, is you gain in charisma. Same thing with Barack Obama. He was charismatic, but he was not intelligent. And the devil lost all his intelligence when he got stripped down to hell.
Sir
He
Doyle,
only deceived people because he was charismatic.
your hair is so long and luscious, this person thinks it's a wig.
No wig?
Is Sir Doyle wearing a wig?
Nope.
Jay says, Sir Doyle, what's up, Jay?
What's up, Jay?
Sammy says Barron is a time traveler. I heard about that.
Yeah, it could be. Well, they
you
say
get
that
that.
about Barack Obama.
Obama.
I would like to say something to Barron, okay? Barron, I don't think you're a bad kid. I think your father is
like-
Let me finish.
Just a little bit.
I think your father
Yeah,
is
we can
evil.
say.
I think your father is evil. I think your father is evil. And I think you love your father because he's your father. And you're doing his dirty work, not because you want to, but because you know it's your father and you love your father unconditionally. All right?
Down.
But I think you should stop, Barron.
All the way up?
I think you should stop, Barron. I think you should stop, Barron. I think you should stop, Barron, because you're doing evil deeds. You're doing his dirty work.
Oops.
You're doing his dirty work, Barron. You're not a bad kid, but you're doing your father's dirty work. Stop doing your father's dirty work. And somebody start chatting on my channel. It's at Ria Hospital Gate. It's at Ria Hospital Gate. And it's like, share, comment, subscribe.
A little bit.
You got me on this time, and you're not chatting on my channel. At We Are Hospital Gate, like, share, comment, subscribe. This show is all done by me, and you're not even commenting on my channel. That's rude. I want everybody to chat on my channel because this is what the show's about.
got no deal with that.
This is ridiculous.
How many people gonna comment if they're not watching?
They're watching it on your channel, and they're commenting on your channel when they should be doing it on mine. They're all watching. You're watching both channels. Why are they commenting on both channels?
There's nobody on your channel right now.
They're watching me on your channel. They're watching me on your channel. They're watching me on your channel. All right?
But they're not commenting on your channel
Because they're watching me on your channel. I'm doing all this work and you're getting the credit on your channel because they're watching me on your channel.
Sir Doyle, I'm filming Carmen making a smoothie, bro.
And you know what? They're watching me on your channel.
Take your phone over there if you want.
They're watching me on your channel. And they're chatting things to me on your channel. They're making chats to me on your channel.
Okay.
They're watching me on your channel.
Well, I'm gonna end this stream. Yeah, that's
We're trying to get me more subscribers. He's got subscribers already, guys. He's got
Now you're gonna do
subscribers.
the tamping.
So if you're watching
Okay.
me, watching on my channel,
And then,
he's already got subscribers. I need subscribers.
Try to
He's
do
already
it
got
fast.
hits. I need hits.
Try to
Okay.
do it fast.
Okay.
I'll hold it
You don't
back.
need to help him. You need to help
From the corner. Because you don't want to blend it too
I
much.
think they need to help you. They need to help me.
And this one.
You already got subscribers. And I got you those subscribers by doing the show well.
Okay.
So they should be watching my channel. I need the subscribers, you don't.
Garbage? Sink?
Yep.
Okay, use a big mug. Actually, let's get your mug here. You dump that out if you want.
Okay.
That's like you need to help and I need to help.
Alright guys, this stream is going to end. If you want to keep watching Sir Doyle, go to @WeAreHospitalGate.
For me or you?
What's that?
Is that mine?
Yes, yours.
Oh,
Okay, make sure all the water's out if you can't shake it out.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry to be
Hope you
so
like
no,
it.
I didn't mean to be rude.
You
sorry.
both meant it.
I apologize.
Well, we're gonna play it
Okay,
back.
we're
and
going downstairs
We're gonna
now.
play it back.
Thank
We're gonna play
you.
it back
That was
and
a
then
lot
we're
of
gonna.
fun. Thank you.
we're gonna play it back and then you're
I
gonna-
enjoyed my
yeah.
time. I learned a lot.
That looks good. After we're done, they're still not chatting on my channel. These people are.
Alright.
Guys are coming to see me like they're not on my channel.
Maybe you gotta taste test that. That's good.
What's that?
It's good.
Taste test is good?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Justine? Let's see Kathy's taste test.
Very good.
Very good.
Yeah,
Can you taste the mango?
I can.
It's definitely a mango flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It's strong.
It's a strong mango flavor. Let's go. Justine, there's a little left. You gonna have some?
They're still not chatting.
Got some mango for you.
They're watching me on your channel and they're chatting on your
Yeah,
channel, so they're watching me on my channel.
Let's see what else we got here.
They're watching me do well. They're interested in what I'm saying, but they don't want
Ginger
to,
candy.
they don't want to chat on my channel or go on my channel. They want
Ginger
to see
candy.
me, see me on your channel.
Sir Doyle, you're pretty oblivious to your channel. Why don't
No,
you
I'm
just
not.
take-
I'm
why
not.
don't you just
You're
take your-
oblivious to what's going on.
Why don't you just take your phone and talk to them? You're not even with your phone.
I was on there and I was saying, and they were chatting.
You don't even know where your
watching
phone.
me,
You don't even know where
watching
your
me
phone
and
is yet.
chatting on your channel. They're watching me and chatting on your channel.
We also got flax bread. It's gonna be my post-
We Are Hospital Gate. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
Kathy is looking great. You can see all the work she's been putting in. Justine said that.
Thank you.
I thought we're gonna, and that's true. We gotta get people on. I need subscribers, Loki. I need subscribers.
Sir Doyle, I'm just interested in cleansing. You have a dead channel. I have a dead channel. Hospital Gate is a failure.
It's not a failure.
just
We
want you
almost
to be
made it.
open.
We every time we always get people to support us, and you don't even acknowledge when we do. We had two people, we had two different people who support us. One was the Howard Stern Show. We are not a failed channel. Because things don't go your way for a certain time, you say it's a failure. But you forget all the times when we were successful.
kind of smoothie?
You
That's a
forget.
mango
When things are going good, everything's great with you. When things are going bad, it's a failed channel.
Yogurt.
When things are going great, everything is great with you. When things are going bad, it's a failed. It's a failed show. That's what he does.
Yeah.
When things are going great,
Yeah.
everything's fantastic. When things aren't going his way, then it's a failed channel. When you're about to, when you think you want to give up, that's when you're about to get the victory. When things were going great with Howard Stern, first with Unirock, then Howard Stern, it was going great. Now things aren't going your way, so now it's a failed channel. Am I right? That's what he says. Not always. Things don't always go smooth the way you want them to, Lukey. Things don't always go smooth the way you want them to.
So Noel, just do your cleanse and then leave. I can't deal with you today.
Because you're not making any sense. You think because things aren't going your way, that means you give up.
Sir Noel, why do you think David Kim's not here?
David Kim's not here because you messed up. You messed up Howard Stern and you messed up Unirock.
He didn't want to be around you, bro.
So he called me. He didn't say that.
Just like those other two guys that were here last week.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I don't have to believe you if I don't want to.
Okay.
Dead issue.
Remember that you're here because of me.
You don't even acknowledge the fact that Unirock supported us, and so did Howard Stern.
I'm not at your house. Just remember that.
And so did Howard Stern, and now things aren't going the way you want them to, so you're going to give up on the channel.
I'm not giving up on my channel. I stream from the gym.
No, you're giving up on the show because it's not going the way you want right now. And things don't always go smooth. And if things aren't going smooth, you give up.
I'm just here to help you do cleansing, Sir Doyle, because you have a brain condition.
The show is not a dead show. We had Howard Stern and Unirock promote us. Those are big people. Things aren't going well right now.
It's not.
But that doesn't mean anything.
You know what it means? You're very close to having your food put out on the front porch and the door closed behind you.
See what he's doing? Okay, guys. Can you see there's a manipulation going here? Can you see there's a manipulation?
My family doesn't talk to me anymore, and I have a crazy person ranting to me in my kitchen.
I'm not a crazy person. He's just making it look that way. He's making it look that way because his wife made him look like he was crazy. I saw the whole thing on the internet. His wife made him look like he was crazy. His wife did these things to him and made him look like he was crazy. So he went off the wall, went to Nancy Medical because his wife did this to him. So he's got misguided anger because his wife did this to him.
It's
so he
not
wants to
misguided anger, sir. It's that I don't have to put up with you.
And your wife didn't have to put up with you either. Okay?
So what does that mean? She's not here. You're here.
Well,
and you're about to not be here.
Actually, she kicked you out of your house too.
No, she left.
Well, she left. Well, you're doing the same thing to me as your wife did to you. So it's like it's misguided anger. It's misguided anger, guys. You should have seen what they said he was doing on the internet when his wife was messing with him. And the whole world thought he was crazy. Anybody could rouse someone up, get them upset, and make them look like he's crazy. Anybody could do that. It's very easy to do. Some gets emotional because they're being fucked with, and they act out. That's all it is.
Alright, what happened with your fam? There was this
He
guy
doesn't even
from,
want me to get subscribers on his channel. That's why he won't turn off the other
what's
one.
His name? Stuttering John called Dabble Storian. There's some kind of like, I don't know what to call it, like fans of Stuttering John. They call it the Dabbleverse. And this guy Dabble Storian, somebody warned me about Stuttering John. They said don't get involved with him. He's bad news, blah blah blah. And nothing really happened except that
We got
this guy Dabble Storian.
We got 500,000 hits. We got half a million hits on one show. The first two shows with Howard Stern, we got 5,000 hits. The second two shows, we had 150,000 hits. The third show, we got 500,000 hits, which was taken down. Okay, they did help us. They did help us, and I called up Howard Stern. I called up that Lukey, and I told him that we should do a Howard Stern thing, and that's when Howard Stern called 2 weeks later. That's the truth. That's the truth. Howard Stern's people called 2 weeks later, and Legend is my cousin. Legend. His friends are my cousin. My cousin's the real John Hine from Howard Stern show, and they were helping us. All right, they weren't helping us until I made up with John Hine, and then this is all facts. There's videos of this. You can look at back in past videos of this. So he's trying to make it look like I did nothing for this and all that. This is all a scam, but it wasn't. He wants things to go his way. And when this was all happening, and we were getting 500,000 hits on one show and 150 on the other two, and 5,000 on the two before, which is a lot of hits, and his subscribers went way up because we weren't using my channel. He was like, this is great, it's going great, this is fantastic. And then when it didn't go well after that, he was like, he wanted to give up. Before that, we had Unirock on my channel. And Unirock, God bless you, Unirock, you did a lot for us. Unirock he promoted us. And we were doing really well. The channel started for months and months. I had like 50,000 subscribers. And then within not even a month, we went up to 800 and even 1,000 subscribers. And that was on my channel. And then we got shut down by the Hillary Hit Squad. We were so controversial. People were listening, watching us, and we were so controversial that we got shut down. They don't shut down channels because that they're not good. They shut down channels because they're afraid of the people that are doing the channels. So if you're controversial and you're getting people watching you and people are paying attention to you and the people that you're talking about are doing the wrong thing, they'll get paranoid and they'll shut down the channel. That's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's a good thing because it meant that we were doing something right. The fact that they wanted to shut down our channel with Unirock helping us is not that we were messing up, but that we were doing something right and they were afraid of us. Okay? When Howard Stern picked our show up, I had called up Lukey and I told him, I told him that we should be like another Howard Stern show. That 2 weeks later, Legend came from Howard Stern show, and he came on with John Hine, which is my cousin. You could look this up. This is look back and look this up. Okay, and he knows I need subscribers, and he knows I said that, so that's why he refused to shut off his channel. Because he knows whenever he shuts off his channel, then my channel picks up in hits and comments on my channel, and I can catch up in subscribers. He doesn't want me to do that. He doesn't want it to happen to me. He wants to be, even when he's just healing, okay? He's doing this because he is helping me, but somebody helped him in the past, okay? His name is Dr. Jubb, okay? Did the same thing for him, all right? So each one teach one. Each one teach one. And he wants, I'm content to him. I'm someone that he heals his condition. That makes him look good. That makes his whole Sandra look good. All right? I'm making him look good by getting better from this condition. But I also made him look good because I was the dancing monkey. I was the star of the show. I was putting out this content and I was doing the music. Okay? He don't want to give me up for that. Okay? Everybody's got ulterior motives, okay? Lukey wants to be popular, and he's like an idol maker. You ever see the movie The Idol Maker? There's a movie called The Idol Maker. Couldn't do it for himself, but he did it for everyone else, and he thought he'd hide behind all these people, and he was able to do that. And I don't know why nobody's chatting. There is somebody. And that's why he does his idol making stuff. And he's doing it so he could be another Dr. Jubb. And also, he likes the content on the show because the content's good. It gets his channel up. So he knows I'm saying, I said all this stuff on, and it was said on his channel. He figured everybody's going to log on and see Sir Doyle on my channel. That's what he's doing. And that's why he refuses to shut off the, yeah. Okay, it's atwehospitalgate@gmail.com. And he's a friend of mine, but sometimes he doesn't act like it. Okay, what I got 9 likes. Do I have 9 likes? I got 9 likes, right? I can't see properly, okay? I don't have glasses. Can you look? 9 likes? None likes? I can't see.
We'll talk next time. I'm gonna go do
What?
coffee
I
hour
don't
now.
see the likes.
None, there's no likes.
Let's see, coffee and chill. How's that? Instead of Netflix and chill, guys.
See, he's gonna get this Enderman meeting, and I'm gonna calm down, and he's gonna have everybody say, "Oh, you're so knowledgeable," and he loves that. He eats that up.
I like helping you, Shadow. It makes me feel good.
You like helping me because it makes you look good. It makes you look good.
This is what I do. I help
Yeah.
people.
Well,
With natural healing. Do you not want my help?
I do want your help,
Okay.
but
Because it seems like you don't appreciate it.
it seems like I do all this for the show, and you don't appreciate that.
What do you do?
And it also I'm an actor on the show.
Okay.
I play music. I'm comedy. I come up with content.
Where's the comedy?
They all said we were funny.
Where's the comedy, bro? You're acting like an asshole.
Yeah, because you're making me that way.
I'm making you.
Yeah, because you're agitating me like your wife agitated you.
You're pretty.
And everybody thought you were crazy when she was doing that, and you knew you weren't because you're doing the same thing.
I still am crazy. I'm not taking medication though. I refuse to.
It doesn't mean anything,
I'm crazy, but I'm not taking medication, so I'm gonna stay crazy.
and you're still crazy.
Exactly. So it's not her fault.
Actually,
It's not her fault.
you got misguided anger.
I'm not angry though. What do you mean?
You are angry
How am I angry?
because you're doing the same thing to me as your wife did to you.
What do you mean?
I saw it on the internet.
Doing what?
I saw what she did to you on the internet, and you're doing the same
What
thing.
do you mean?
I saw it. When she said those cops after you and put that stuff on the news.
She didn't do that. The cops came after me because of the.
And she said things and it went on the news. And you went crazy. Just trying to fill people in on what's really going on. But you know what? I'm not going to react because that's what you want. That's what's going to get these people going against me. While you making me go off, so I'm not going to go off.
Yeah,
I'm not going to go off.
Let's try and focus on the task at hand.
Well, yeah, and I'm not going to go up because that gives you the play for the show to make me look like an asshole. So I'm not going to act out. I'm not going to feed into it. Just like the way you shouldn't have fed into it when your wife did it to you. So I'm not
Try
going
to get back on
I'm
track.
going to learn from your mistake.
Let's just try to get back on track. Alright guys, go to Sir Doyle's channel. Sounds good, Luke. I think I might do one too. You got me hooked. What do you mean? You doing liver flush, bro, or you just put coffee up your ass for fun? I
See,
don't
guys,
put coffee
I'm not trying to steal the show or anything. I just don't have enough subscribers. He's got plenty of subscribers. He's got plenty of subscribers. I don't.
It's like I'm your personal trainer, and you're doing the exercise wrong. I don't want you to get hurt. Don't do coffee enemas for no reason. The coffee enema is not a healing. It's not. Coffee enema is not a true healing therapeutic. It's only used in this program.
The stuff I'm saying is true. You can look this up on the internet. Look up past episodes of Hospital Gate and the stuff I said about his wife. You can look that up on the internet.
If you don't get rid of the stones,
Look up the trilogy of Luke Umar and then look up the past episodes of Hospital Gate. If you really want to know.
the colon is going to get filled up again. And the reason being is that the liver and the gallbladder, wash my hands, liver and the gallbladder are blocked, and so you don't get enough bile.
You see, he thinks that this nutrition is the only thing that matters. I think those children matter because they are being trafficked over there. And they are being trafficked in those hospitals, and I think they matter. More than anything, children are our future. If you don't care about those children, he doesn't care anymore. Maybe you all don't care, but I think it's a pretty horrible thing when they traffic young girls for sex and they make young men fight in a cage. I think it's a horrible thing. And if I'm even saying it, it's a serious allegation, whether you believe it or not. It's a serious allegation that calls for a serious investigation, and it calls for attention on this channel. It's too serious of an allegation to ignore, right? Child trafficking is too serious of an allegation to ignore, right? Right? Yeah, I'm right, aren't I? Is it too serious to ignore? Is it too serious to ignore? Is human trafficking too serious to ignore?
No.
It isn't. It's not too serious. It is too serious to ignore, isn't it? It is. You're saying no, it's not?
No, it is.
It is too serious to ignore. People want to make light of it and they want to ignore it. Even Lukey wants to do it, but it's not right. My daughter Jessie Basile, was gang raped in those hospitals.
They helped you greatly? Okay.
I was raped in those hospitals. I was given date rape drugs. Same thing that Bill Cosby did to those women. Women did that to
You
me.
don't want to take over your own body's ability to evacuate itself. Because coffee is a drug, right? So if you always are using coffee to empty your colon, you lose the ability, just like when people do steroids, they have less testosterone produced by the body. So you have to take that into consideration when you're doing coffee enema. It becomes necessary for you. It's possible that you can have reduced ability to empty without the coffee.
I have no choice but to use the testosterone because I have problems with an erection and I have a low testosterone.
It's very useful.
He doesn't realize that sometimes that's necessary to use testosterone. Some people can't do without
They're
it.
saying that they're in your chat.
Why isn't it showing up?
There's somebody right there.
There's one person. You said they're in my chat. You said they're in my chat. There's only one person.
Justin says,
And there's only one person watching. Zero
she
people
says
watching.
they want to talk to you in the chat, not at you. Talk with them, not at them.
Okay, but
What do you add to it? They have helped. Yeah,
guys, I mentioned some things about Donald Trump that was serious about the things that were going on. I just want you guys to know about that. I just want you guys to know about it. It was a very serious issue.
Now I'm gonna do the coffee.
I don't want it ignored.
It opens, dilates everything, the liver and the gallbladder, so the stones can come out. Look it up, Joe. Look up oil and lemon liver.
That is true. That is true.
So, it's 2:40 now. I'm gonna end my stream. If you want to talk further about this, I'll be here. I'm just gonna end the stream. I'm gonna put Sergio's phone on my tripod. Okay. So if you want to continue talking with me, that's totally fine. You can text me, email me, Discord, anything. Social, Facebook, Instagram, and if you want, Joe, you send me a message and I'll give you the best link. Like if you're gonna look it up, there might be different videos or whatever. I don't know that I can vouch for them all, but I'll send you a link explaining like how to do it and stuff. What's up, Darren? I'm actually ending, guys. Go to Sir Doyle's channel at We Are Hospitalgate to see the rest of his stream. He's gonna do the oil and the coffee. Let's see. Boom, boom. Matter of fact, you could drink your oil now, Sir Doyle.
Okay.
Darren, it's your birthday. You're 47, bro? Congrats. Give me your phone. I'll put it up here. Dang. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Put the phone a little bit higher because it's pressing on the sound. Dear Darren. Boom, boom. Happy birthday to you. Let's go, Darren. Yeah, let's go. What are you doing for your birthday? What are you gonna do to celebrate? You're welcome, bro. You're welcome. I hope it's the best birthday ever.
I'm not ticking because I ate anything. I'm ticking because stuff's coming out of me.
Yeah, the ticking is a gut condition.
Sometimes
Has to
things
do with
come
neuro-
out of me, and that's why I'm ticking. It doesn't always mean I'm eating
It has to
something.
do with neurotransmitters.
And sometimes I act up because stuff's coming out of me.
The thing is that until you, first of all, clean your liver out. Second of all, get back the proper gut flora, which is the healthy bacteria that you're supposed to have. Then you can transmitters made, right? And the ticks will go away. It's like the ticks are basically, imagine like a muck or a slime that's on the inside of your intestine. So like the walls of the intestine have almost like boogers.
Yeah.
It's like a mucosal lining. It's called a mucosal lining. So, the way that starts is from the liver being blocked, and then so to fix it, we first stop bringing in the stuff that causes it. You done, Kathy?
Almost.
You want some more?
A little bit.
What are we supposed- Does fasting fix the
You're not going to give me a
mucosal
fighting chance. You're not going to give me a fighting chance.
lining? If you have a blocked bile bladder and fatty liver, intermittent fasting is definitely a good starting point.
You're not going to be a fighting chance.
And the word fasting, it means to abstain. So you're abstaining from the things that cause an unhealthy microbiota, and then you can get into cleansing, which is like the scrubbing of that mucosal lining. And you do that by flushing the liver. And then there's the program, the part of the program that I'm up to, which is intestinal cleansing. That's when you get into extended fasting and herbal formulas to really pull the debris out. All right, guys, here's Sir Doyle's oil and lemon. He's gonna drink it on his channel. So go now at We Are Hospitalgate. If you have more questions, connect with me offline. I'm going to end my stream now. I'm going to go do my coffee enema. Sir Doyle, shake this up and drink it. You can stand right here and your phone's right there. Okay, guys? Go to at We Are Hospitalgate right now. All right, and in a half hour, Sir Doyle, I'm going to have the enema for you now. Shake that up.
All right, try to shake it off this way just a bit.
Yeah.
Turn it over.
Guys, you can come down here or stay up here.
Okay.
I'm going to be down here for a little bit.
All right.
You don't have to leave, but I'm going to lay down on the couch.
police were good to him. It was his wife doing it to him. The police were good to him. The police, when the police came in, they said that the woman's a bitch, we have to do our job. He said, that's me, we have that on camera too. The woman, I don't know if you saw that, I remind him to leave. The woman's a bitch, we have to do our job. I'd still be there. So the police, he's complaining. I mean, not saying police are corrupted, but these police department, the Limerick Police Department, they're pretty good. They're good, they're good people. And they came back to him only because they had no choice, and his wife was doing that to him. She sent them after him. It was a part of her too. She sent them after, and then they actually said, well, she's a bitch, but the woman's all a bitch, but we have to do our job. And then he made friends with them. That's how he made friends with all of them. He doesn't like all police, but he likes Limerick. And when I do too, the Limerick Police Department is the finest. It's the finest. The Limerick Police Department is the finest. And there's also some people from other police departments that weren't so good, but they actually worked with Lukey, like when they trained. And the one guy was from the 6th Precinct. I don't really have an opinion on them, but this one guy from the 6th Precinct that trained with Lukey is a real good guy. And he made friends with all the Limerick Police Department after that. So if he says that the police weren't doing that to him, it was his wife. His wife was doing that to him. And even the police's involvement, they said it right there. He's a bitch, we have to do our job. That right there tells you that they were doing something that they had to do that they didn't want to do. And they had to do it because the wife sent them. You know what, you're working for somebody, you have to do what they say. And when somebody calls the police on somebody and you're a legitimate cops, you do what the person that made the complaint says. Sometimes when they don't do it, it's not right either because they're getting paid to do a job and somebody wants them to go after somebody's doing something wrong and they don't want to do it. But in this case, they were such legit cops in Limerick that they couldn't not ignore the issue even though they wanted to because she was a bitch and they had to do a job. They had to do their job. But so sometimes you could be nice to a fault. You could be good to a fault. You want a police department that's going to do their job at all costs, but you don't want it too good because then that might happen with Lukey. But if you don't remember that, if you could find it on hospital, you'll find them. You might even find on the story about Luke Humo that was said. The cops were there and they said that she's a bitch, but we have to do our job. Anyway, I'm just gonna drink this. I'm gonna drink this and it tastes terrible. This stuff tastes terrible. I mean, his food is great, but this stuff here is not meant to taste good. It's meant to cleanse you out, and it tastes terrible. His food is great, but this stuff is it's awful. Sometimes when something tastes awful like this, it works good. That's how you know it works good. Some things have to taste bad to work good. Like certain medicines don't taste good at all, and they work. So this is like, and because some of the medicines mean it's bad, if it's a drug, it's bad. A medicine is actually meant to be something good. A drug is what's bad. Like marijuana is a medicine. Not cannabis is a medicine, but it's a good medicine. It's not a drug. It's not a drug, it's a plant, it's a medicine. What natural healing is natural medicines. Drugs are not really medicine. They're just called medicine so they get away with it. Drugs are no good. Medicines, if they're real medicines, they're good. You clean out my system, it's a real medicine. But even natural medicines don't always taste good. Like cannabis, this stuff is, Remember, there's a difference between medicine and drugs. Antipsychotics and mood stabilizers and all that are really drugs called medicine. They call it modern medicine, it's really drugs. Look, you'll even agree with that. Lukey, I can't drink any more of this. Lukey! Lukey. Where's Lukey? Lukey. I can't drink anymore. Alright. I got a cut lip. Could that be from the stuff still coming out of me? I got a cut lip. Could it be from stuff coming out of me? Okay. Let me get my phone down here. Yeah. I think this time it means something's coming out of me.
To being vocal tonality as distinct from verbal meaning, and then of course kinesthetic,
I don't want you
which
in
would
here.
be body language,
You're gonna be
touch,
talking, I'm trying to watch
proximity.
Why am I not talking? I'm sitting down.
These are all things that contribute to creating a compelling vibe when you're talking to somebody that makes them want to stay around. Facial expression is always there whether you think you're expressing something or not. There's no such thing as a facial non-expression. Even if you're trying to be impassive, other
What
people
is
are
it?
going to perceive something. So
talking,
it
you
makes
don't need to
sense
see
when
what
we're
he's saying.
developing exercise process for total charismatic communication to create a vibe that we would start with the face and then bring the other two into play later. Now, in my experience, and I've been coaching this stuff for 20 years, I think the facial mode has been the one that's typically least consciously exercised. It's the one that's given the least attention, and it kind of makes sense. I mean, I used to think the reason that facial expressions and eye contact, there wasn't a lot of attention paid to that in the teaching community or much interest in it from the students, was because it wasn't sexy, right? It's like, oh, eye contact. It sounds almost like some platitude you'd hear from like Dale Carnegie, how to make friends and influence people. Look them in the eyes, smile, and stuff like that. But now I've come to believe that it's actually because people are afraid of it. They're actually frightened of it. And if you think about it, we've all heard that old saying, the eyes are the windows to the soul, right? The face is the mode through which we send vulnerable,
I told that to
open
James.
messages about what we're feeling and thinking inside.
I tried to say it
And
back
those
to him like
messages
he
can
knew what he
seem
was
threatening
talking
to the
about.
sender, particularly if you're somebody who's been
You wanna
gardening your
talk,
communication for your entire
Sorry.
life. So like I said, facial mode is the least consciously exercised and the least developed of all
Still
the external
talking.
projective modes. It can operate without the body, it can operate without the voice, and as such, it deserves special attention. And I very often, in my programs, I like to begin as the starting point, we certainly begin to work with the facial mode. So the first set of exercises that I do with the face on my mentoring typically deals with the malleability of the facial communicators. And when we're talking about the face and facial expression, there's really two main elements. You have the eye focus process, where you're looking, eye contact, how the eyes are darting around, what that eye movement is revealing about what you're thinking inside and feeling inside. And then secondly, with the musculature of the face surrounding the eyes, which we use to send specific packets of emotional information, so to speak. I could go into this at length, and I do so in my mentoring program. We break this stuff down over a period of 8 weeks, and we get down to the root of facial armoring and stuff like that, and really teach you to diagnose where you might be having difficulty expressing in the face, and then teach you to expand the palette of expressions so you can express whatever you want very precisely and with nuance in interactions to create the precise vibe you want. And that's extremely powerful. Far, far, far more powerful than anything contained in the content that you might say. And I think that people really don't understand that, and that's why I want to put an emphasis on that in this video today. So today, I want to talk to you about the 5 ways that you need to fix your face. Obviously, as a coach, I believe that facial expression is extremely important to being charismatic. Otherwise, I wouldn't be making a video about it, right? But why is it so important? Well, very often, I get clients on my programs who have difficulty reaching what we call the social hook point. And that's when you're trying to meet somebody. That's that point where they go from thinking, who is this person and why are they talking to me, to, okay, this person's cool, let's keep talking to them. That can happen instantaneously, or it can take up to a couple of minutes. But one of the main contributors to that is your vibe. And of course, facial expression is paramount to creating a good vibe, as distinct from verbal meaning. Because I'll get students who have, who are very well versed in so-called conversational technique. They might even be saying the same things that instructors are saying, yet they're not getting the same reaction. And this just goes to show that it's not what you say, it's the vibe you're creating. Is it interesting? Is it compelling? Is it pleasant? Is it welcoming? And facial expression is, again, the big...
When you travel well, your ticket can take you to more than just your destination. It can take you to new shared memories. When you travel, travel well.
The base from which, the foundation from which your vibe starts. So what I'm going to talk about here right now, I'm going to list the 5 main negative behavior expression characteristics I see in the face that contribute to a bad vibe that gets you a bad result. And the first is as follows. Number 1, a deadpan expression that never changes. So this is essentially what we call facial armoring. And you'll see students go up and their face is literally a blank mask. Like, hey, how's it going? To develop a strongly projective face with emotional states, both positive and negative, easily perceivable to the audience. And what we're talking about here is something that we call facial armoring in general. And facial armoring, it's something that you can be made aware of. Coaches can point it out, but it's important to understand that it's going to take persistence to release that. I mean, you're dealing with inhibitions that literally took decades to install in most cases. So it's not realistic to expect that you're going to suddenly drop all the facial armoring and become extremely projective and free and expressive simply because you now intellectually understand it would be beneficial for you to do so. First, you become aware of it, and then you can start the process of letting it go. Okay? Number 2 is a seeming inability to smile naturally. Right? And I see this a lot. So I'll tell people to smile. I'm like, you need to smile more. And you would be, honestly, you would be shocked how frequently people go up and they think that they're smiling, but they're not. In fact, you are probably doing this to a certain degree. And it's kind of funny because if you watch these videos or if you see me in person when I'm coaching, my attitude is often kind of like brusque. I'm a little bit gruff. I'm kind of like, all right, idiots, here's the information, because I'm trying to convey information in a concise fashion. If you see me out socializing, I'm almost a completely different person. I'm like smiling and laughing the entire time because I'm trying to convey that good, positive emotional feeling. That's a value-giving vibe that draws people in. Look at all your interactions through the lens of, am I A, trying to weasel my way into other people's fun and leech fun off of them? Or am I B, already enjoying myself and then adding that energy to their night or to their day? Am I adding energy to the interactions when I go up to people and introduce myself, or am I asking them to give me energy? So again, this seeming inability to smile naturally, it's far, far more common than you would even think. And sometimes I have to, take a picture of people in interactions to prove it to them because they think they're smiling. And a big part of the work that we do, all of the work we do, involves making you experientially aware of the gap between what you think you're projecting and what's actually being perceived by other people. It's very important that you, again, experientially aware of that difference between what you think you're projecting and what other people are actually perceiving, and get closing that gap as much as possible. So, again, what I'll see very often is I'll tell guys to smile more, and they'll try to smile, but again, they have this, seeming inability to smile naturally, almost like they're the Terminator in T2, where the kid's trying to teach him how to smile, and it's like, it just looks very robotic. Or more likely, what I see a lot is sort of a grimace of pain and shame. Like it's like this very, like they're hiding pain inside. And this is kind of like a variant of what we call it sad face. And that's an acronym, SAD, serious, anxious, deadpan. So they're trying to smile, but it's not conveying warmth and happiness and fun. It's like, this is serious business, this interaction is serious business, the ramifications of which will have long-ranging effects and consequences on my life. Too anxious, I hope it works. So golly, I hope it works. And then deadpan. When I don't show they're trying to smile ostensibly to create this fun vibe.
It's good, right? Ice cream tastes like ice cream,
this
right?
rictus mask, grimace,
Tastes like ice cream, right?
pain, shame, seriousness, anxiety, and generally kind of a deadpan guarding. So what you want to develop to start to address this on the flip side, positive characteristic would be not to even necessarily go up and just be grinning like a cheesy psycho, but to develop a readiness. Right, to develop a facial readiness to express whatever you might want to in the moment. Right, and that could be, I can go big if something's funny. I can go judgy. I can go, sorry, suspicious. I can do whatever I want. So the question becomes, when you're doing any of these exercises, whether it's with the face, the voice, or the body, the question is, can you do whatever you want with either of those modes? Any of those combination. And if the answer is no, then the question becomes, why not? So we want to dig in.
Gonna play music today?
We want to diagnose and pinpoint the inhibition and the mechanisms behind that. They're not verbalized in your head. You just know that you can't express. So through a variety of exercises, then performance and actual experience, we delve into that. We find out exactly where those inhibitions are being held, and then we can start that process of letting them go, because you don't need them anymore. And in fact, they're counterproductive. They serve you, they serve to protect you from the judgment of the group at one point. You don't need them anymore. Let them go without shame, without guilt, and then start to replace their manifestations in your life and get to the point where you can express whatever you want. So again, we diagnose, we release, and then we expand the palette so you can do whatever you want with your face. Number 3 is a seeming inability to convey any emotional feeling whatsoever. Now,
High sweat just happens. The secret absorbs sweat everywhere.
Now, we've been conditioned from a very young age to be careful with our uses of energy, right? The conditioning society tells us that emotional energy must be carefully controlled. It must be hidden. The quality of the emotion is not an issue here. It can be happiness, it can be sadness, it can be anger. It must be suppressed. It must be controlled. And this starts from a very young age, from your parents saying, don't yell and scream in the restaurant. So sit in class, sit down, shut up. Right, remain silent. It's not polite to talk loud in public, etc., etc. And look, to a certain extent, decorum comes into play, and yes, you probably shouldn't be just like running around screaming in the movie theater and stuff like that. But the conditioning can go a little bit too far, to the point where any emotion like wants to rear its head. And
Did
the
you
first
find
instinct
yourself on
is
YouTube
shut
doing
it
that?
down. And typically that's shutting
If
it
you
down
found
with
it,
physical
didn't you?
tension.
So you guys were
What
going,
we need to exercise is
you
the
found that,
connection
right?
between inner
Well, you didn't look it up then. He didn't look it up. I didn't think he was gonna. And he said he was gonna, but I didn't think he was
interference and
gonna.
control patterns that
He knows
come into play
you
when
guys
we
were
feel
doing that,
emotions.
so he doesn't want to look it
The
up.
mind
Back
becomes
off
a
me right
bridge
now, 'cause
between
I'm
inner and
sitting
outer
here
as opposed to this
Yeah.
judgmental barrier, this judgmental hindrance.
This is my business
I've
because you were
already
doing that.
apologized for it.
Number
And if
4
that's
is an
not good enough for you,
overactive
you need
nervous
to step on back.
space. In other words,
No.
darting eyes,
I don't
sort
think
of
so.
any sort of weird health quality that draws attention to itself. And when we're talking, remember, when we're talking about facial expression,
You don't have to.
eye contact and the eye focus
It was
process
wrong.
is a
It
very
was
People
wrong.
say you're
element
sorry,
of
you
that.
say, that's
And
okay,
it was
don't
wrong.
let it happen again.
It was wrong.
That's all you gotta
myself
do.
included,
But no, you
feel
holding a
often
damn
strong
grudge.
inhibition.
Because you
Well,
didn't
don't hold
admit
it
to
somewhere
it.
else.
You didn't admit to it. Because you didn't admit to
Just
it.
met.
What?
Because you didn't
And
own
what
up
I
to
notice
it.
a lot of the time is
You
people
said if I felt
Hey,
that way.
listen, I'm not going
If I
to
felt
get
that way.
into
Let's drop it.
Deal
Dead
with
issue.
it.
Dead issue. Dead issue.
And
You
said if I felt
10
that way.
degrees
Dead
off
issue.
like this.
You know,
Dead issue.
And I always tell these people,
Dead issue.
stand
I said it's a
directly
dead
in front
issue.
and square up. Even
Dead
if it's
issue.
the camera right now. Like, if
No, I
I'm talking
don't.
to you like
You
this,
like it's a
versus
dead issue.
talking to you like this, you can see there's a bit of
It's
a
a dead
difference
issue.
here, even through the screen.
It's a
You're
dead
like, okay,
issue.
this is more engagement. It's more direct. Now, there's already an inhibition
issue.
against making eye contact.
Trying to
due
end the
the,
conversation
again,
is
the
a dead
vulnerable
issue.
nature
You don't want to end it.
of the eye focus process in the face. Again, we're
Dead
sending
issue.
vulnerable and open messages about what we think and feel internally with this mode. So there's already
It's a dead issue.
to
Let's drop
standing
it.
in front and
It's a
looking
dead
people
issue.
in the eyes.
You don't
And
want to
then
drop it,
secondly,
Peter.
say
dead
that you
issue.
have some sort of intention that you want to convey. Let's say that intention is romantic.
All right, give me the last word. Then it's a
Now
dead
that's
issue.
an additional wrinkle
All right?
that causes even
Take the
more
last one.
inhibition and shame to come up. The longer that you hold eye contact with somebody, the more pressure is going to be put, or demand is going to be put on the musculature of the face to give it a continued emotional life that makes sense, right? So again, your face, when you're making eye contact with somebody and speaking with them, should have a sense of readiness, aliveness, engagement, anticipation of what they're going to say, right? As opposed to being this, because if it's just this dead cadence stare, then yeah, that can turn really disturbing really, really quickly. So when I'm talking to somebody, again, the muscles of the face are moving, I'm gesturing, my eye focus process is engaged, it's alive, not nervous and held, like I just mentioned, but again, alive, ready, engaged, anticipating, compelled. So last but not least, number 5, aka the final facial fuck up, let's just call it, is little or no communication of what's going on in the mind. This is somewhat related to what I was just talking about. Again, you're speaking to the person and you have this sort of impassive mask in the eyes where they can't tell what you're thinking about or what you're feeling. Very emotionally guarded. And because the amygdala is always scanning the environments for difference or threat, if people can't tell what you're thinking while you're speaking to them, that's a major danger signal for a lot of people. And it's very, very off-putting. But again, you're probably unaware of this. So what you want to think about is having a facial expression that's conveying a visualization of what's being talked about in the mind, right? A facial expression and eye focus process that's, again, conveying there's something going on in here. I'm visualizing, I'm thinking, I'm engaged. Right? So with the eye focus process, like right now, if your eyes are searching, if my eyes are searching around like this, that would convey that my mind is searching maybe for an answer, right? If I look kind of down, it's more contemplative. Again, you want to be thinking about making your face as clear of a lens as possible between inner and outer, right? But the problems, of course, involved in this are manifest. Like I said, facial armoring is something that most people have to one degree or another. Some people have it really badly. Other people, it's there and just needs a little bit of work. But like I said, since we don't see our face most of the time, it's hard to tell what we're actually communicating. You can look in a mirror, you can watch yourself on video, and of course it can be helpful to have an external observer like a coach, or even on the mentoring, a whole class tell you, okay, I notice there's facial armoring here. And again, on my programs, I like to convey this information in a very non-judgmental non-judgmental manner, rather, so it doesn't trigger defensiveness and rationalization where you defend it as some choice you're making. And look, again, many tension addicts that I know of, particularly older guys, they've spent decades coming up with logical rationalizations of why they behave like this. And these aren't dumb people. And a lot of times these arguments are pretty much airtight. I can't even necessarily argue with them. Like, makes sense. But I'm like, look, you came to me as a coach, you came to me for guidance. I've been doing this for 20 years. This is what I noticed. I noticed you're making a choice to be inexpressive in the facial mode with your eye contact and facial expressions. And I believe that this is hindering your ability to make connections with people you just meet, and that's why you can't get past social hook point. So again, there's a lot more to this. Again, my 8-week mentoring, we really dig into this over the course of those 2 months, and you'll start to, again, diagnose exactly where you're holding these inhibitions, and then start that process of release and replacing the manifestations of those inhibitions in your life, so you have a wider palette in which to express yourself. And again, you want to expand the palette so it's so wide you can do anything. Not that you're ever necessarily going to approach those limits in interaction, but you want to have the ability to do whatever you want with your face, your voice, and your body to craft the perfect, fun, engaging, compelling, interesting, awesome vibe that makes people want to be around you when you introduce yourself. All right? So food for thought. Again, links in the description if you want to check out those programs. This is Jeffy from the La Brea Tar Pits. Don't sink out there. This program is designed to give you a process to open and sustain charismatic expression with increasing consistency. Remove the obstacles, isolate the skills, exercise them separately, then put them together in a more completely realized whole. How to speak to all the issues surrounding this interrelationship between intuitive and intellectual resources is arguably the most fundamental challenge facing anyone who's attempting to improve their communication skills.
So if you're looking to develop general charisma that you can apply across all areas of life, definitely check out Jeff's Charisma Mastery.
46 Long Island doctors were allowed to keep practicing after convictions, arrests, complaints, and judgments. We investigate how the process of reprimanding physicians puts patients in danger. Broken Practice, now available at newsday.com/brokenpractice.
USDA choice ribeye. Must have cost a fortune, huh? Oh, right. The lowest prices of any national grocery store. It's an only thing.
Who wants to come up here and do an exercise? What's your name? Daniela, okay. What we're going to do here is an extremely brief imagination exercise. Now, I believe that most people have not exercised their imaginative muscles sometimes since childhood, and as such, they will have atrophied. Now, why is imagination so important? It'll enable you to flow in conversation. So, again, have you ever taken like an improv class or anything like that?
No, but I'm a therapist, so
You're a therapist?
Yes.
An art therapist? Okay, interesting. Are you familiar with the concept of gibberish?
Yeah.
Right, so what is gibberish?
Talking nonsense.
It's a nonsensical language that means nothing, where the syntax is of sound, not meaning. Improvisational exercises work a lot with gibberish. It's a fundamental building block because it really challenges you to come up with something. Many people, when faced with that blank page where there is no right or wrong answer, they are completely at a loss until told exactly what to say or do. So with gibberish, what I find clients I've worked with, sometimes they're incapable of even saying a single syllable of gibberish because it's not right or wrong.
A metaphor, though?
A metaphor, yes.
I just feel like in art therapy, right, the blank page, everyone's like stifled by the blank page.
Yeah.
They don't want to do anything. And I'm like, start with a scribble.
Yeah, or they'll say, I don't know what to do. I can't think of anything to do, but there's always something to do. Does that make sense? Let's do a 3 words, 1 minute story, okay? Give me a word.
Yes.
Aliens.
Strawberry. Cookies.
Okay. So we have aliens, poop. Is that what you said? And what did someone else say? Strawberries. I'll go first. So I think that we've all been fascinated recently with the this new preponderance of stories about alien life coming out. You know, these revelations, Congress and so forth. Most recently, the Mexican mummy aliens that we've all seen. It was revealed, I saw on a TikTok that it was revealed that this alien body was actually cake. Because we've all seen these things where it's like, it looks like a podium, but then you cut it and it's cake. So I bore witness to this when I was on the airplane coming over here. And it just made me curious. You know, this could probably result in some sort of like gastrointestinal distress, jihad, if you will, poop coming out, alien poop from the cake and everything. But, you know, personally, I have been cutting for the last 12 weeks. I got a bit overweight when I got back from Europe. I've been cutting for about 12 weeks. And so I typically eschew cakes and pastries and things of that nature now. And if I want to have a sweet treat in the evening, I might simply take
You can actually heal this knee?
I'll look it up for you.
No, I don't believe you. It's good we got us confirmed this. I believe you, but it'd be even better if you confirmed it.
Your left or your right?
Left. You said the healing process could start in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll pull up a video for you when we're settled, so you know that
You learned all this from Dr. Joe?
What's that?
You learned all this from Dr. Joe?
Yeah. Dr. Jeb told me that you can heal anything without drugs and surgery.
Before that, did you?
And then once I learned that from him, if there was something that I didn't know, and I didn't want to bother him by asking him, you know, because he's got thousands of people all over the world that he helps, so I try not to bother him. Once I learned, I looked it up. So we'll ask ChatGPT, we'll ask Google, we'll go on YouTube.
I don't believe it. I just think it's good to have confirmed. That's all. Makes me believe it even more.
Yeah, but I'm saying when we look it up, we'll be able to see how they did it.
How it works. That way we could do it with me. Right?
I'm sure there's rehab and exercises and caster packs.
Coffee in?
Do you think if Mike Tyson lost the fight, you think he should have given up after that, or you think he should have kept on going and knew that he was great and kept on going to gain his title back?
Are we reviving a dead topic? Or?
Yeah, but I'm just asking. There's one more thing on it. You want to answer that?
So basically, your word has no value.
It doesn't have no value. It makes sense. He never gave up.
And whenever you...
When Mike Tyson lost the fight, he got up and fought again.
About that. I'm saying, if you say something is dead issue, and then you said, oh, but now I want to add something else. So basically, the first thing that you said doesn't mean anything.
All right, let's leave it at that then.
So
you don't want to answer the question, don't answer
I
it.
shouldn't believe you anymore.
Don't answer the question.
When you say something...
You don't want to answer the question because you know I'm right. So don't answer the question. Don't answer the question then. Just don't answer the question.
Emotions are like the wind.
Just don't answer the question. If that's all it is, you can't handle it, you don't want to answer the question because you know I'm right, don't answer the question.
That's his prerogative, just like Paul Abdul sang in the song. That's my prerogative.
Don't answer the question then.
Just like a female can change her mind whenever she wants.
Don't answer the question then.
So Doyle just...
Then don't answer the question.
Depends on what kind of mood he's in.
Females like the when when things are going good, it's good for them. Things are going bad, they don't want to give up. So that's what a female does. Okay, that's what I'm trying to point out.
Changes from moment to moment.
That's what I'm trying to point out.
And whenever he feels like going back on...
You want to give up when things aren't going right.
Whenever he feels
when things are going right, you don't want to acknowledge the times it went right. So you want to give up then.
Whenever he feels like going back on his word.
Because when we get someone else to promote the show, I'm going to remind you. When you say everything's great, I'm going to remind you of this.
Nothing he says.
When we get someone else to promote the show that's even bigger than Howard Stern, and you see that everything's going great, we got millions of hits again like we had like before, then I'm going to remind you of this. All right? That's all I'm going to say. Now it's not an issue.
Until you figure out something else to say, then it won't be a dead issue anymore.
It's a dead issue because I said what I would say. You don't want to answer the question because you know what's going on, right? So that's
so you decide otherwise. It's a dead issue. Alright. You ready to stick a tube in your asshole?
Yeah.
2 inches deep.
They're doing this bathroom downstairs. He's doing this bathroom. She's down there. There's that woman down there. I'll call this bathroom. There's this woman down there.
Where are you gonna poop?
Oh.
This one doesn't flush.
Oh, don't.
What's up, Rick? Londos. Londos says hi.
Londos, what's up, Londos?
Alright, here, take this. Let's go downstairs, take your phone. Oh, let's go! Final day. That's the live, right? Nice.
On that boot camp program that I do, that's performance. That's playing the game. So when you're in the game.
Alright, guys, you can't go in the bathroom with your door.
Oh, yes.
This toilet has to be flushed.
We're just gonna go like that.
It's not totally flushed.
Yeah.
It's not totally flushed.
Alright, this is just in case you need to look. Alright? So,
Come right out of me this time, right? Come right out.
go on the floor. Yep.
You gotta close this door.
Yeah, close the door. I got you. I'm just gonna stay here in case you need help.
You want? I gotta show you something.
You gotta put your pants down.
No, I'm not pulling along you. You got a camera on.
No, it's off the screen. I'm just looking. Go on your knees, bro. No, it's looking at the wall. Get a little closer. Hold on.
Damn it.
I gotta put you down, guys.
Fuck! Damn it!
Squeeze the tube tight. Squeeze the tube close. Squeeze the tube close with your hands. Pull it out of your butt. Pull it out. Pull it all the way out, bro.
Fuck!
Squeeze it tight with your hands,
What
bro.
the fuck is this?
Squeeze it with your hands
I
to
can't
stop
find
it. I'm telling you what to do. Squeeze the tube, man. Just kink it like a hose.
Okay, now what's... There it is. Okay.
The guy's spilling coffee all over himself. Did you ever think that we'd meet here while Sir Doyle was giving himself an enema?
Damn it!
Just forget it, bro.
I gotta do it.
This is crazy, guys. This guy is leaking coffee all over my bathroom.
You think this is easy for me?
I don't think anything's easy for you, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't even carry groceries. You had to have Kathy carry your groceries out. I'm dropping quinoa on the floor going, pick that up for me.
Let everybody know you're a bully. That's all. They're watching you struggle and watch you say shit like that. You know what's going on. Fuck.
I mean, it's really not that complicated. It's an enema.
It's actually hard. It's hard for me.
I'm saying, if something so basic is hard for you.
Some things are basic you don't understand either.
Like when I'm...
Some things are basic you don't understand. I said there's a lot
It's
of
too
things.
late, bro.
There are topics
It's
that are
over.
not rocket science.
It's too
That are not
late.
rocket science that you can't figure out. So, some things, a lot of things I've said that weren't rocket science.
You're changing the topic.
Well, I'm sure you're saying something, so I'm making an example.
The topic is
you're
that
not perfect either.
you're spilling the coffee everywhere.
Yeah, with this, but there are other things that you can't.
And there's no coffee left, bro. The bag is empty. It's over.
There it goes.
Don't come out here because you're soaking wet.
Is it working?
What do you think, bro?
Could you put more coffee in it,
No.
please?
I'm tired of wasting my time with you.
Look, you're not wasting your time. I'm having problems and you can't even see it. You think I'm doing this on purpose?
It's been a waste of 10 years,
You
man.
think I'm doing this on purpose? You're patient with everybody else, not me. You're not patient with me. You're patient with everybody else. Everybody else having the same shit problem. You don't get yell at them.
Nobody else just ruined their
There
angle
are
like
people that have problems doing other things and you don't say anything.
Nobody else between me.
What about the guy that was on
Kathy-
steroids? The guy that was on steroids was flipping out on everybody who was kissing his ass.
Me, Kathy, and
And the guy that was flipping out on steroids, you didn't say a word to him.
Carmen all did this no problem.
Well, that's one thing. That's one.
I'm not
fucking
wasting
thing.
my time
so
anymore.
I can't do one thing right. That makes him a failure. When you do all these other things right, and you're not a failure. I'm a failure because I can't do one simple thing. You can't figure out things that aren't rocket science, and then you're not a failure. I should accept that.
What do you
should
guys
accept
think
that.
I
When
should
you make a
do?
mistake, it's okay. When I make a mistake, I'm a failure. Could you fill that up again? Please fill that up again.
We don't have coffee, bro.
Could you fill up with something?
We do have coffee. What should I do, guys? Should I keep working with Sir Doyle?
Doesn't mean I'm stupid because I'm having trouble doing something.
Do I have to do this anymore?
Some things take a little more attention than others with certain people. Just like certain things you can't say right or understand, and I'm patient with you.
Do I have to do this anymore? Honestly, does anybody think that I owe Sir Doyle?
Does anybody think that this is my fault? Like I'm doing this on purpose?
Oh, wait a second. This is yours.
Does anybody think I really enjoy this shit? Does anybody think that? That I'm enjoying this?
Can you cook your food at home?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, no. I don't know how to keep up without it. Having trouble with
I'm
something.
having trouble dealing with you, bro.
Look.
be honest.
I wasn't doing that shit on purpose. I was having problems.
No, just in general. Since you got, I told you.
I got here.
I told you not to come out. You got coffee all over the place. I told you not to come out of the bathroom because you're drenched in coffee. You're tracking it everywhere with your socks with these wet foot marks everywhere, bro.
Everybody else can make mistakes. I have to be perfect.
Do you need to wear a diaper?
I have to be perfect. Everybody else can make mistakes. I can be perfect. I have to be perfect. Otherwise, he doesn't acknowledge anything. I have to be perfect otherwise. I'm wrong. If I'm not perfect, I'm wrong about everything. Everything I do right doesn't matter. I do one thing wrong, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, so everybody else can make mistakes, but not me. Everybody else can't do simple things, and I can't complain about it. But I do one simple thing I can't do, so that makes me stupid.
I wouldn't say stupid. I would say something like decrepit. Or,
I'm having problems with this. I'm having problems with this. I don't have problems. There's things that you're disabled with too. There were things that I've talked about that you couldn't pick up on that were simple.
Well, you don't have to try to.
But you're making an example and I'm making an example. You're making an example right now, and I'm making an example that I'm not the only one that has trouble with certain things.
You admit it.
It's called a mental block. There are some mental blocks you
At
have.
least you admit it.
Well, yeah, I admit it because it's a mental block. Just like things that you do, say sometimes are mental blocks.
So what's the mental block here?
I don't know. I'm having trouble with it.
You don't want to put the coffee in your ass?
No, I do. I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble. I can't seem to maneuver it. My hand dexterity is how. You know what a hand dexterity is?
Oh, like when you're trying to press the buttons on the phone and
Yeah.
press the button.
Yeah, and you can't even see that. You think I'm stupid, and I'm having problem manipulating the thing.
So your hand is shaking.
Yeah, my hand is shaking.
It's a serious condition, guys.
Yeah, it's a serious condition. It doesn't mean I'm stupid, though, like you're trying to make me out to be. Tried to tell you that. You're not listening to me when I'm trying to tell you I'm having problems, and I'm not
No,
doing.
it's not mental. It's physical. Your body.
Yeah, it's physical. So why are you getting on me for something I have a physical problem? I have a physical problem. You're just getting on me. You could get on something more than a mental problem. But
wasting my time. Slide this handle down.
This one?
This thing? Yeah. I want you to push it down to here on the tube.
You can't help me here.
No, I'm not touching that. It was in your asshole. You gotta slide the whole thing down.
Okay. Oh, this whole thing?
Slide this down to here.
I just want the coffee to spill again. I don't want the coffee to spill again. I don't want the coffee to spill again.
Neither do I.
So if I do this,
There's coffee everywhere.
If I do this, the coffee's gonna spill.
No, move this down the tube. If you have to
Pull
open
it
fine.
out. Pull it out.
No, don't pull it out. Push it down.
I'm trying to. That?
Grab it from this end. No, you're pushing it the wrong way. This has to go up. This has to go down.
That?
Doesn't look like it's moving, bro.
I can't move it. I can't move it.
So quit. Mr. fucking never quits. One thing doesn't work. He wants somebody else to do it for him.
Like you give up on this channel if that doesn't go right.
Mm-hmm. Try maybe pulling this side.
This right here?
Pull the tube. Pull it that way.
That's right.
Up and push this down. Yeah. That's fine. Pull this part. It's not shooting out. Unlock the lock. Unlock it. Alright, now see if you can slide it down.
There it goes.
Even more. You need a little extra space. That's why it was fucking up.
There
Good.
it goes.
No, that's too much. Put it right
Pull
down.
it back. Okay.
Right? A little more. A little more.
Then more.
Right there. Right there. Clamp it.
Yeah.
Clamp it all the way.
Go away.
You see?
Yeah.
Is that clamped all the way?
Yeah.
Nope. One more.
Got it.
See?
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Push this all the way in because it's already starting to come out. The tube. The part that goes in your butt. The part that's in your butt. Push this all the way into the thing. You get it?
Got it.
Alright, now get down. Get down on all fours.
Also, with subconscious, you have that camera there.
This here. You self-conscious all of a sudden, bro? You're the
Because
fucking star of the show.
Yeah, but I don't want certain things seen because I'm having erectile dysfunction and things happen that way.
Bro,
I don't wanna
nobody
see.
can see your dick on
They
YouTube.
can if I can't pull my pants down.
We're talking about YouTube. You're not allowed to show that. That's the least of your worries.
Yeah. I mean, camera is, I had to pull my shirt off right.
Can you come all the way up to the door?
Okay.
All the way up to the door.
Okay. That's too high up.
That's not too high.
Now? Should I do it now?
Yeah, now you're good.
Damn.
Justine says, slow down, think about what you're doing, and relax instead of trying to rush through it.
Okay. I'm having trouble pressing this.
All right, tell you what, pull it out.
Okay. You know what? I'm afraid this is going to go all over the place again if I pull it out.
No, you got to put the clamp it.
Okay, it's clamped.
All right, pull it out now. Point it towards the shower hole,
Okay.
the hole, the drain. Now unclamp it, let a little coffee out.
I can't unclamp it.
No, don't point it at the thing before you unclamp it, bro.
I'm trying to unclamp
That's
it.
clamping. You want to unclamp it.
I'll unclamp it.
push this part open. Yes. Okay, now clamp it again. Good. This way there's no air in there.
Okay.
To go up your butt. All right. Now you can put it in all the way.
It broke.
Clamp it when it breaks. I think he's doing it on purpose at this
Oh
point.
yeah, I'm doing this on purpose. I really enjoy this, Loki.
I totally showed you what to do and you fucking
Loki,
pulled...
I'm not doing this on purpose. Why don't you ask the chat what they think? Because I'm not enjoying this. Does this voice sound like I'm enjoying this shit?
You keep unhooking it.
Got it. Got it. I think everybody's doing something on purpose. Everybody's got...
You should lean forward, put your weight on your hands and elbows. Like you're on your hands and knees. Because that will help the coffee to go in. Open your colon like you're sucking it in with your butt.
There it goes. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Alright.
Did my voice sound like I was enjoying this shit? Did I sound like I was enjoying this shit?
Not that you're enjoying it. I think you're subconsciously sabotaging yourself.
Why would I do that? What reason would I have for that?
Because
There have to be a reason.
Because you think it's gay. You got something against putting the coffee enema up your butt. You think it's gay and you don't want to do it.
I mean, I'm not going to want to do it. If I think it's helping me, I'm going to do it.
Alright.
How long do I have to do it?
Look up at the bag. See how much coffee you get in there. It's not
A lot. There's a lot.
It's not how long. It's until you get
There's a lot.
That's why I'm saying lean forward.
Gotcha.
And you get gravity. You get your butt higher than your head. Basically, you can even go on your elbows.
Oh, can't go on my elbows. It's going to be worse. Don't turn off the channel. Just don't put the channel on me.
All right.
Oh, it's awful.
It's awful because it's so much coffee in there, and the intestines already inflamed. So usually, what I'll do is the morning of or the day before, I will drink a bunch of prune juice or something else to help me go to the bathroom.
Oh God.
You basically want to try to pull it in, Sir Doyle.
It's going up there. It's going up.
All right. But I'm saying with your intestines, it's almost like you're sucking it in.
Oh, suck it in?
As you can. I mean...
I'm sucking it.
He's sucking it.
Don't say that.
I'm just repeating what you said. You said you're sucking it. I said he's sucking it. He's sucking it in. Yeah, it's like you're pumping, reverse pumping with your abs to pull the coffee in. Check the bag. Let's see. Okay, good. Pull it out. Clamp it.
Okay.
Okay, take your pants off. Take your socks off.
All right.
Use the blue towel to dry off, and then you're gonna put these on.
All right.
If your shirt's wet, take your shirt off too, and your socks.
My shirt's not wet.
All right.
I don't know if my shirt is wet.
All right, I'll give you a shirt too. Just put this on first. Oh God.
I gotta get on to John.
Hold it in, bro.
I have to hold it in?
Yeah, come over here. Wipe yourself down and come over here as quick as you can. If you can hold it in. If you can't hold it in, what can you do? Yeah.
That's why we had to use two last time, right?
Because you couldn't hold it in the first time, yeah. We don't have any more coffee though. I'm not forcing you, but if you can, try.
Okay, I got this on.
All right, come over here.
Okay, what do I do now?
Lay down, put your hips up here, and your head down there.
Am I gonna have to rush to the bathroom? I need socks too.
No, other way. Spin your head. Yes. Put your butt up here on the top. Even more?
Yeah.
Even more? A little more again? Alright, feels higher? Feels like it's higher?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll lift your shirt up. Tuck this in. Alright, now, You're gonna take the castor oil.
God, that was hard.
Now feel how I do it. Ready? Wait.
I'm pulling away from the butt and coming around, coming away. Right? You feel how I'm pulling it away?
Yeah.
It wants to go out this way, I'm pulling it away. Now I'm not going to go lower because it's right next to your Johnson, but you go lower because the colon goes right above the Johnson, or right under the right above, the prostate. So you really want to dig your fingers in here, even lower, and then pull the coffee up. You okay?
Yeah.
See what I'm doing?
Yeah.
All right, you keep going then.
On Johnson, right?
Right above the Johnson,
Gotcha.
and then
I
you
got
pull up to the left. Because it wants to come out, come all the way up, all the way up to the ribs.
Got it. Then when I come one day after I rush to the bathroom, right?
I'm gonna time you for 10 minutes, and then after that you go to the bathroom, all right? We'll put on a 10-minute video.
This time it didn't. Oh, keep it on video for all the time, the whole time.
No, I'm saying I'm gonna put a video on the TV for you to watch.
Oh, good.
Pass the time. Let's see here. Find a 10-minute. Male multiple orgasms. Sir Doyle doesn't want to know about that. He wants to know about Christian mingling. Let's see. Secret muscle. 10 minutes. Kegel exercises. Women will never respect the nice guy. I think you need to learn this, Sir Doyle.
Nobody respects that.
Sierra meat Oxy. It's giving moisture with a capital M. Made for every type and texture. So you can drench curls, make waves, and turn up the volume. Moisture made for everyone.
Nice guys finish last.
Oxy.
But God loves us.
Most deodorants are made with
That's what you want to be loved by. You want to be loved by the world. You want to live by God.
Gillette Clear Gel deodorant is wax-free and goes clear.
You know what? Unless stuck in your wife,
Gillette glides on for instant sweat and odor protection. Try Gillette Clear Gel.
I called my attorneys now at the Barnes firm when I was hit on my motorcycle. They got me $300,000. 5 times what insurance said they pay.
A real woman would like a nice girl, not too many real
Call
women.
now and find out.
Call 1-800-8-million.
Said like, I want a nice guy. I've always been into like the heads or the douchebags of the male community because I was so traumatized by them. I'm sitting there being like, I want a nice man. Like, why can't a guy just come to my life and be so nice and like be obsessed with me? And then I find like a guy that's really nice, and I am so thrown off. Like, I really can't find a guy who's like super nice, like the most respectful, like anything I really need, like he's gonna do it for you. I'm sitting there like,
Okay, if you're a real woman, you wouldn't be talking that way.
like I'm the problem. I'm the problem. I do want a healthy relationship.
You are the problem.
More than anything, that's what I want. I think I should still need a guy who like gives me a run for my money. I'm so the problem because like you're nice. Like literally like Connor from Love Island vibes. But like it's just too nice.
Ladies, what do you think about that?
Women don't like nice guys. They don't respect them, I don't think.
Thank you, Myron.
I agree with that statement too.
Thank you, Myron. Right.
If they don't respect you, they're a bad person.
At least
They
for
respect
me,
you, they're a
like,
nice
I like
guy.
a nice.
Get it all
Like, hey, you
backwards.
treat me with respect. You're,
Nice.
you know. But like, if I'm being bitch, like you put me in my place. Like you don't let me walk all over you. So
Thank you. I'm sitting right here. I'm sitting right here.
Right
Right.
here.
Nice. I'm sitting right
Well, you
here.
need to be put in your place when there's something wrong with
You
you.
need to understand that. Like,
You
hey,
need
yes,
to be
we
put
want
in
you
your
to be
place
nice,
when something wrong
respectful,
with you.
but don't let us walk all
You
over
got
you.
behavior problems. I don't want to go with
Literally,
behavior problems.
they
Something wrong with
we are
you.
animals. We are animals.
How do you like them to put you in your place, though?
You're an animal? You're an animal? I don't want to bother you anyway.
I mean,
First I'll put you in your place and then I'll
it
dump
just
you.
depends on the person.
I'll
Like,
put
if
you in
I'm
your
like,
place
hey,
and then I'll dump you.
okay,
I
do
want a
not
woman
talk to
just
that.
needs to be
That's
put
not
in a
okay.
place
That's not how
that's going to be a
dating's
good
like.
person. If she
I'm not
isn't,
sure.
I
Like,
will put her in her place
I
and then
can't
I'll
give you
dump
like
her.
a perfect example, but there's.
But if a guy snapped at you,
but I
it's
do
like-
think there's like.
I will put her in her place and then I'll
like,
dump her.
Where you
And
respect
I'll find
the
someone
man,
that
and
just
he's
needs
like,
to be put in
hey,
their
like
place.
that's not okay. Like don't let it happen again. Like, hey, we're gonna do this. Oh, you're complaining too bad.
I don't let them walk on me.
Great,
I
but
just dump her.
Like that sounds like a nice person.
And I find
Hey,
somebody
this is my boundary,
that
not
deserves me.
up. Like
That's
that's
what
not
she
right.
said.
Sometimes I do need to be taught.
Yeah,
Sometimes
I don't want
I don't
anybody
think
to ever
it's
talk to
a.
me.
I don't think it's a terrible thing.
But sometimes
But I
there's lots of people like that.
I snap at someone, and I don't really believe in like cussing, like at your partner or anything. But like, hey, if I'm like raising my voice, I don't think it would be a bad thing if he's like, hey, like, do you want me to talk to you like that? Like, I don't know.
Like, we're not gonna do that right now.
Yeah.
Check yourself real quick. Go.
Yeah.
No problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So to me, that's nice.
Or just
to me,
fuck
that's
you and, like,
somebody
you
who's
know,
nice with
that's
boundaries.
But it also has to be, yeah, exactly, boundaries. That's a big thing. Like, you can respect someone, but it has to be, like, reciprocated. You know, as a man, I want to respect my man and make sure that, you know, I'm not being too, like, out of line. Yeah, put me in my place, but respectfully. Don't be disrespectful and don't make me feel less than just because I might be in a, like, bad mood, you know?
I think for myself too, I think I also like kind of when we're talking about, you know, like elementary school, like the kids that were teasing us, the boys that were teasing us, like maybe a little like funny teasing banter. I do like that at least. Like, hey, it's kind of sometimes, but at least for me, just because I do think I could be kind of an asshole. So I don't like someone who is too nice because then I think I can get kind of like bored.
Banter is one thing,
It's
but
too
when
subjective too, because like if you say like, oh, I like it when this guy's like an apple, right? But then
Put in a Christian
next
mingle, you
second
see a
it's like, well,
totally
you're
different
being an
thing.
apple. It's like there's two different
Put in a
sides.
Christian mingle.
There's a thin line.
There is a
Because
time
you guys
and
are totally
place
different.
to be sassy.
Yeah.
You guys are totally
But
different.
like if you're at the
Say
wrong
something
time
totally
and
different on
place, it's
Christian
not
mingle.
sassy.
That's how you know the
You're just
truth.
being
Like,
A
if
real
you're
woman
kind
will
of
talk like a Christian
sometimes
mingle
like
is.
there's gonna be times where you're being too much of a so
And that's
like,
not
it's not gonna be perfect all the time.
No girl's ever said, I don't want a respectful man. So it's not nice, it's just respectful.
How is he respecting disrespect out of me? Like, you know.
I want to see
Alright, so this is
You have to know what you're talking about though. Like,
You guys are going to say something totally different.
You know me if I'm saying that to you.
This is where the confusion comes a lot. So most of the time as men and women, if you have a job, I go to my job, I'm a sales, I'm on the telephone, high-ticket salesperson. And I meet all my KPIs and I crush it. I'm the top salesperson in my firm.
Oh, you
What
want to see
happens is
Christian
my
mingle?
job that rewards me
I
with
want to put it on.
responsibility, promotions, and
What?
money. Does that make sense? So when I do better or when I do what my employer asks me to do, I'm rewarded.
Telling you, the
for
Christian girl's going to
responsibility
say
money.
something totally different.
When I do the same thing in my relationship
They're the
with
ones
women,
that
I am
matter.
punished horribly.
Christian girls are the ones
do
that
is
matter.
what my girl
They're going to say
wants.
something totally
At no
different.
point do I set my own boundaries. I just do whatever she wants. She is always going to leave you because it doesn't make any difference. It's one of these situations where you have to be able, as a man, even if it's 51-49, you need to be able to lead. If all you do, any woman out there, if all you did was everything she wanted to do, you only ate where she wanted to eat, and you did everything because you heard this fucking lie, happy wife, happy life. If you did that, then eventually she will leave you. Part of the reason there's a 56% divorce rate in this country is because
different
women
with
receive
Christian women.
terrible advice when it comes to dating from Disney, the
don't wanna
church,
put it on, do you?
matchmakers, dating coaches.
Put on the
and
Christian
big
side.
tech. They're the ones giving this
Put it
terrible
on.
fucking advice. Whether it's it's Chris G.Q. Perry, or if it's Will Hitchens, or if it's
You're gonna say
Justin
something
Baldwin.
totally different.
These people who don't have any idea what they're talking about, trying to give men advice. You need to earn, as a man, you need
chosen
to earn
few
the fucking right to be vulnerable in front of a woman.
Most of
You
the
don't
world
need to be
is feeling
vulnerable from
wrong.
day one. You need to earn that right, and she needs to earn the right to make you want to be vulnerable. But on the first date, these motherfuckers are like, my last 3 girlfriends
No,
cheated
put it
on
on.
me. I don't really understand. I just really wanted to find some. I'm just looking to get married.
Well, another
I'm just like, I'm just really looking for connection.
Sorry,
Looking for
guys.
connection or something. Can you imagine if you're a man and you talk about the last 3?
Well, it's just like going into a job and demanding a $300,000 salary.
Sure.
You know, and then also with the job, you do have boundaries.
Guaranteed
You clock
this
out
isn't totally
and you go
different.
home.
I agree, but when I do what's asked of me, I get rewarded. In a relationship, if I do everything that's asked of me, I've been in situations in relationships before where she's like, just don't talk about this or don't bring this up and everything will work itself out, and the opposite would happen. So I'm telling you, as a man,
The woman
you're
in the
going to have
world.
to lead.
Wasn't gonna say
she's
shit.
gonna everything in the
Greatest
world,
season
it
in
would be
the
so much
world.
easier if I just did everything she wanted, and then we would just be so much happier. And what happens is
Chosen
eventually
few
you'll
make
run
it
her
happen,
shit,
too.
and then she starts walking all over you.
Most people
That's
do
what
the wrong
happens.
Well, would you like
Most
80%
people
of
do
your
all
want
this
though?
stupid.
Like, what's the percentage of you'll do of what?
You said Christians are average
Would you
people.
like
We're not.
80% of what we want?
We're chosen few.
Where's
See,
the line?
the issue with you
Christians
is
are
that I'm
chosen
pretty
few.
sure you are
There's not
totally
many
fine
of
with
us.
men who do 100% of what
We
you
say
want.
they are, but they're not.
The
But
man-
I make it fun.
Yeah, you make it fun.
They're not average people.
Off camera,
We're
without the
chosen
dudes.
few.
Without the dudes. Off camera.
Well, what I was gonna say is
The chosen few people in this world
almost
that
the
are
same
actually
thing as
smart.
you. I feel like it's a balance, you know,
Know about
between
Christ.
being that
Christ
guy
makes you
that does
great.
everything.
When you have the
that
mind of
want,
Christ,
you know,
you'll feel
literally
great.
like kind of
whatever
Einstein
you
was a
talk
Christian.
about in other
Einstein
episodes
was one
before
of the
us, and
biggest Christians out
there's
there.
a balance between that
Big
and
genius, Linus.
you
Einstein
know,
was a Christian.
being in your most
And he
masculine.
attributed
And
all
I
this
think that when you
intelligence to
lead a
Christianity.
woman the right
Einstein
way, I think that's
attributed
what
all
it
this
is. You
intelligence
have
to
to lead
Christianity.
her in the right way.
He was the smartest man that was going like
Yes, yes. But as
He
a
attributed
woman,
all
you
to
have to
Christianity.
be
You don't want to put it on.
open
You don't want to do
to
it.
following your guy too.
Yes.
You know, and taking the lead.
And that's so crazy of that topic.
Still haven't done it yet.
Where should we take the family for vacation this summer?
Vacations are hard. But Nico Lark makes staycations easy. Transform your backyard into a staycation paradise.
Jesus is a nice guy, the devil is a bad guy. But that's how you. Most people follow the devil. Well, because most people follow Satan, does that make it right?
Parker
Because
hates
most people
cherries.
follow Satan, does that make it right?
Where's the closest?
Everybody thought that O.J. Simpson was innocent, but was he? Obviously he wasn't. Obviously he wasn't.
You wanna oh, here we go.
That topic, like I feel like that's been the theme.
You still have to share on. Look, I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Use your towel to wipe the castor oil off.
Yeah, we wanted to get
It's
to
the one
the
we should
questions
see, I told
we
you.
didn't get to do it in the first episode, so.
I saw this before, I told you.
Dealing with rejection when I gave everything.
In between your fingers, on the back of
Rejection.
See, they want to be enough. They want to be talked nice to you. These girls want to be talked nice to you.
Never. God protected you.
These girls want to be talked nice to.
God removed them, and if you really trust the Lord, and I know it's hard when
See?
someone just
Big difference.
abandoned you is leaving.
These are the girls that
you,
matter.
but
These
it
are the girls that
truly is
matter.
God
The ones you don't like.
You all went down?
protecting you.
I
God's
did.
closed doors are
The
covered.
ones you don't trust
Goodness
are the
and
ones that
His
matter.
plans are greater than yours.
Yeah, and I think too, like, you can rest easy knowing that you gave your all. You know what I mean? Rest in that. You did what you were supposed to do, and if it wasn't enough for that person, that's not the person for you. And I know that's really hard, but I've said it before, I'll say it again, I don't believe in rejection.
No.
I don't believe there's such thing.
No.
If I'm not for somebody, it's not my fault. If they want something different, if they want something better, which I don't believe in that either. I don't think there's better. I think there's different. And just have peace in that. Like, they're not for you, so what? It's okay. It's really okay. You'll find the person who is for you.
I know rejection is so hard, but just understand that we have to trust God and His plans, and they are so much greater than ours, and He is not. Jesus is the most compassionate person. Do you think He's going to take someone away from us that He has for us?
Exactly. Yeah.
No, He's not. Really rest in that. Rest in knowing that. So when you get that feeling of just sickness inside, like, oh my God, I miss them, I want them, God isn't gonna take someone away that's meant for you. And if they're and the one thing that I say to myself, or I have said to myself, I say, God, I'm gonna trust you in this, and if they're for me, I know you'll bring them back. If they're not, keep them away.
Are you on the ball? Alright, when you're ready to wipe,
He's
I got
listening.
the wipe.
He's there for you, and He will.
When you're ready,
protect
the wipes
you.
are right outside the door here.
Next question.
Somebody asked, what do you do? How do you know if somebody is bringing you closer to God or if they're pulling you from Him? I would say, because I have been in a relationship where someone really was.
Years ago, all white people thought that slavery was the right thing to do. Quite a few black people, few of them, were fighting against it because they knew it was wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the camera over so you can still talk to your viewer. Even though you're behind the door, they can hear you. Whoever it is. Alright, what's up?
He thinks it's well shame the wise. Christian music is the most spiritual music. People don't want to listen to it. Why? Because it's a chosen few. They'd rather listen to that bullshit that they put out there than everybody else listens to. If being smart was common, it wouldn't be intelligent. If intelligence was common, it wouldn't be intelligence. If intelligence was common, it wouldn't be intelligence. Something that's right is rare. That's why they call it intelligent. The things that are great in this world are really rare. Most things aren't great. Most things are bad. It's a known fact. Most girls will want to be treated like shit. A Christian girl won't. Christian girls are rare. You know what Rose Gardner Rizzo said to me, Lookie? Rose Gardner Rizzo said to me that I inspired her with the Christianity. She said that most guys don't talk like that because most guys treat women like shit. She basically said that. She didn't say it in so many words, but she basically said that. She said that the Christianity, when I talk Christianity, she got something out of it. What I got out of it too was that most guys do. They treat guys. So most girls want to be treated like shit. Does that mean it's good to treat them like shit? Because most girls want to be treated like shit. Does it mean that's the way you should treat them? Most people don't want good in the world. Look at all the suicidal people. They outnumber us on our arm. But is it smart to commit suicide and destroy yourself?
So that I could watch the other 2 days.
Junk food. Most people think it's okay to eat junk food. We proved that it wasn't. But does that mean because most people eat junk food, that means it's a good thing to do? Evil stuff in this world outnumber the good. We're outnumbered. Christians are outnumbered. Good is outnumbered. The girls that want to be treated like shit outnumber the good girls. Does that mean we shouldn't go for the good girls? The girls that want to be treated right? Because the ones that want to be treated like shit outnumber them? I think it's just the opposite. I think if the girl's rare and she wants to be treated right, that's the girl to go for. Because not many men have a woman like that. So they treat the women like shit because that's all they can do is get the girls that want to be treated like shit because they're common. And they can't get the one woman that wants to be treated right. They can't get her. That's why they go for the opposite. Because they're easy. It's easy to go for the negative. Narrow and lean is the gate to heaven. Wide and long is the gate to hell. It's very easy to do the wrong thing. And to be stupid. And to go for a girl that wants to be treated like shit. It's very easy. Because they're all out there. They're all over the place. A girl that wants to be treated with respect is rare. But it's the most worth it. And most men can't get a woman like that. My second wife, I blew it with her. But you know, Lookie? She wanted to be treated right. And I blew it. But the fact that I had her when I did, well, most men never had a woman like that. The reason why I had her is I read the Bible and I prayed. Then I started straying away from the Bible, and that's when I lost her. I lost her when I started straying away from the Bible. When I started straying away from the Bible, I started treating her like, then she started going like the other girls. But if I would have done the right thing, because a man's supposed to lead. A man is supposed to lead. But he's supposed to lead with goodness, not evil. I started leading her in the wrong direction, and she started going bad on me. Yeah, you're right. A man's supposed to lead. But he's not supposed to lead by treating a woman like shit. He's supposed to lead by getting a woman to want the right thing. When I was praying for her and I was good to her, best relationship. When I started treating her the other way, I lost her. Because that's what happened. That's what happens. If it's a good girl, she'll put up with the shit, and then she'll leave. If it's a bad girl, it'll be the opposite. Well, what do you want bad? What do you think is better? A girl that's hard to find that wants to be treated right? Or a girl that doesn't give a shit about herself and wants you to treat her like shit? What would you rather have? The other ones, the ones that want to be treated right, are hard to find. They're hard to find, but isn't it worth it when you find them? Did anybody understand anything I just said? What? I got it wiped. There was so much liquid in me that. Oh, I didn't. I flushed the toilet before you checked it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Now, most girls do want to be treated like shit, but that doesn't mean it's right. The girls that don't want to be treated like shit are the ones that don't want to. And they're hard to find. Anybody can find, right? Anybody got to find a girl that wants to be treated like shit. That's easy, right? A girl that wants to be treated right is hard. Right? So, a real man would want a girl that's hard to find, right? And he'll search for her. But if it's a real good person, he will search until he finds the one's different, right? I'm saying if it's a real intelligent man, he will that has a heart, he will search for the right one. Because the other ones are so easy to find. Jesus, did everybody go against him in the Bible? Everybody, right? Was he right? Yes, he was. You're right, Luki. Most girls want to be treated like shit. But that doesn't mean that I want a girl like that. I don't. And I'm willing to search until I find a girl that does. And I know they're out there. And I know they're out there. And I know. Sorry, guys. I didn't bring the phone in there. Again, like I was saying, most girls want to be treated like shit. But they're common. Those girls are common. A girl that wants to be treated right isn't. You know why? Because they're better. Just like Jesus was better than everyone on earth. And yet he was the most hunted. But people are in the right, okay? And people are making sense, and people are intelligent. They're hard to find. Most people are stupid. Most people are stupid. Most people are evil. That means that the chosen few, in the Bible it talks about us like the chosen few. You say we're average. We're not average. We're the chosen few. We're what you call the chosen few. It says it in the Bible. All right? Average people, the people that you're talking about that aren't average, that's average intelligence. People that are average are not too bright, and they're evil. Christians aren't evil. Christians are rare. That's why they call us a chosen few. You had it all backwards. The proof of it, you want a girl that you want to be treated like shit because they're easy to find. That proves it right there. That proves it right there that Christians are not average. Because you said those Christian girls were, you even said it yourself, they were more rare than the girls that want to be treated like shit. Why? Because they were Christians. So what does that tell you? Christians are not average people. And you know what? The average people are all going to hell. So what would you rather be? One of these average people that are all going to hell because they're thinking the wrong thing? Or would you rather be one of the chosen few that go to heaven?
Let's make the food because I don't want to hang out with you much.
Am I making sense? Honestly, am I making sense?
Yeah,
am I making sense? Or she just
bring your stuff up.
Am I making sense? I am. She just said I'm making sense. She just said it. She just said it. Are there good things in this world rare sometimes? Most of the time? Are they rare? Yes.
I might have to.
If it was common, it wouldn't be good.
No offense, sir.
Greatness is not common. Greatness is not common. There's nothing great. There's nothing common about greatness. Nothing. That comes from goodness, intelligence. Nothing common about it. And greatness is what greatness is simple. It's simple. It's things people overlook. But it is not common. It's simple, but it's not common. Because most people are so stupid, they can't figure out simple things. Because greatness is not complicated, but it's not common either. Remember, the complicated things that being complicated, people try to see all these things be complicated, and it's so complicated that it doesn't make sense. You try to make something too complicated, it doesn't make sense after that. You're just trying to complicate it. Most things in this world most things are simple, but they're rare. You try to complicate things, you're just talking gibberish. What did you guys say, talking gibberish? That's when you try to get too complicated. You just talk gibberish. The foolish things in this world are the wise. It's true, guys. There was one time you would have understood all this. I don't know what happened to you. You started going with the world. The world got you. Back in the day, we would do this stuff on the channel, and you're like, Doyle's right. They shouldn't do this to children. All this, and now all of a sudden you're with the world. You started with that RFK Jr. asshole, and you became one of the world. And you know what's going to happen to people in the world, Luki? The worldly people, they're going to die and they're going to perish.
Alright, so stay up here.
Alright.
And let's see. You can get some Tupperware at the 99-cent store. Let's actually go to the 99-cent store and get some Tupperware.
You know how many murderers are out there?
Three.
Most people are murderers.
Can you go to the 99-cent store and get it?
Maybe.
Because you need.
There are more murderers in this world than there are people that.
You need
more life.
You need stuff to take your food home.
There are more rapists in this world too. They're common.
Why don't you do that now? This way.
I gotta use the bathroom again.
Go downstairs.
Look, all the people that commit abortion, they're all murderers. There are more murderers in this world than there are people. getting better.
Yeah.
And you said yourself, natural healing is rare, and it's simple. And people like doctors try to go too deep into things, and they try to be too complicated with this mumbo jumbo, and they screw everything up. And people like Job, who has common sense, which is not rare. There's nothing rare. There's nothing common about common sense. It's simple, but it's nothing common. And Dr. Job wasn't common. Was not common, but he was simple, and he made sense, and they didn't want to hear him, right? So I put my theory right there. You just said natural healing works. Most people don't do it.
We need to go get.
Am I right though? Most people don't do natural healing because most people aren't that right.
I'm just do as fast as I can getting you out of here.
I can't handle the
Try not to take it personally.
But whenever someone talks sense to you, you don't want to hear it. It's like
all I'm doing is focusing on getting you out of here as quick as possible.
Yeah, because I'm talking sense. If I was talking nonsense, you'd want to hear it, but talking sense.
So the next thing we gotta do is go to the 99-cent store and get Tupperware. Get your shoes.
People talk sense.
I'll give you.
Want to hear it.
I'll give you another pair of socks. Get your shoes.
Sense is so rare that nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear someone who's intelligent make sense. They want to hear the other shit. Always what it was. That's why so many people believe that story, but it's not glad. Why? Because it's not common. It's stupid, and people want to hear stupid shit. They don't want to hear something like that, right? They want to get rid of people that make sense. People that act make sense.
I'm sorry.
You want me to listen to those girls that were making no sense. That's what you want to hear.
I'm just too easy.
When I showed you the Christians, you didn't want to hear them. They don't make sense. You want to get rid of people that make sense. I understand. Christianity is rare. Good is rare. Intelligence is rare. Someone hears it, they want to get rid of it. Like everybody wants to get rid of Jesus, and they also want to get rid of Einstein. And they shot Kennedy dead. But you know who's still alive? With Donald Trump. You know why? Because Donald Trump is not good. They shot Kennedy. Kennedy was bad. Kennedy's good. Donald's good. And even our Kennedy's full-time. You have a pair of socks I could use?
1 second, mommy's making your food for you first.
Listen, do you think that's right what you're saying to me? Do you think that's right?
Mommy's making your food first for you, and then she'll get your clothes for you. Let me finish making your food for you, and then I'll get your clothes for you. And then I'll make sure you get to the bus on time. Give you your lunchbox.
Why, because I didn't agree with you about those girls? Now you want to get rid of me? Because I didn't agree with you about those girls that want to be treated like shit?
It's just for my own peace and quiet, that's all.
Well, why should I want to agree with you about girls that want to be treated like shit? Why should I agree with that?
Because I did the cleanse, I want to try to relax all day, the rest of my day.
But you didn't say anything until I talked to the opposite of what those girls were saying.
So, I'll just bid you farewell for now. And I'm just going to finish it, relax.
All right, then ponder what I just said. Ponder on it. They'll apologize to
you got your you got your wallet?
Yeah, downstairs.
Alright, let me help you with that.
Whenever I talk sensible, he wants to get rid of me.
How'd you do last week with the big Tupperware and the little Tupperwares? Which one's better?
The big.
The big? Alright. So get another one.
Makes sense when I'm talking. He wants to get rid of me. make sense when I talk. He wants to get ready. That's why I play stupid. What? I have to play stupid around him. If I don't play stupid around him and I talk sense, he wants to get rid of me. Put on some video of girls that want to be treated like shit, and I told him to put on the Christians. And he got one here. I was talking. Same thing, he was talking a lot about this girl when she got shit. The Christian girl, I was talking about that. Somehow he got you. I want you to talk to him again, maybe he'll get you again. I can't get you. I can't get you too far gone. Or maybe not too far gone for Robbie gets you. Robbie's got the way about him like that. He could talk sense to people and they'll listen. So maybe he needs to talk to you. Maybe he needs to talk to Robbie. I give that guy props. He needs to talk to him. Because he tells you the same exact things I'm telling you. And you're willing to listen, so maybe that's because that's me. Maybe he needs to talk to Robbie. I give Robbie his prompts. Maybe he needs to talk to Robbie.
Oh, actually, I'll take this.
Because he could say the same things I'm saying.
Your shoes?
And you'll pick up on it. So maybe that's the man you need to talk to.
Put your shoes on?
Anybody that's going to get you to listen to reason, I think you should listen to him.
Right now, which is perfect because that's exactly the kind of age range I was targeting.
Not listening to me for some reason. But he's saying the same things to me I'm saying, so maybe you should listen to him. Call Robbie. Call Robbie. You need to call Robbie. He knows how to put things in a certain way that, same things I'm saying, he does it in a certain way that you listen. That's what you need. Maybe he should be in the Church of Ross Raymond because he's got that way too. He knows how to get people to listen. That's why I go to his church.
I think you got to go a little wider. What I hear is
give him his props too.
Storytelling. And I would bet to say
most people would rather listen to Donald Trump because he's an asshole, and Obama too, and RFK. They're all assholes. That's what people want to listen to.
$300 million on this Thor or this one or that one. I mean, a lot of people my age, the people that.
All right, go ahead. Go get the Tupperware. Food's gonna be ready soon. You got your wallet?
Yeah.
Here.
What's it, guys? I'm not quiet enough? I call people on the nonsense and I'm not quiet enough? Is that what it is? Sometimes it's necessary to call people on the nonsense. Don't you all understand that? I'm not quiet enough. I have to sit there like I used to and put up with the shit, and then everybody thinks I'm in the right. I'm not anymore in the right. By putting up with the shit, that doesn't make me right. That makes me passive-aggressive. I don't want to be passive-aggressive anymore. I want to call people on their bullshit, and I want people to listen to that. I don't care anything about being quiet, being passive. Let people walk on me so I look like the victim. I'm not going to do that anymore. But when I talk, I have a lot to say. And if you guys aren't smart enough to understand what I'm saying, and you want to listen to the gibberish, then you can do that. But on my channel, I want intelligent people to watch me and watch me talk. That can pick up on what I'm saying. So if you're a Christian, you understand the things I'm saying. I know I'm not the only one. You know when John Lennon says, "You might see I'm a dreamer," I'm not the only one. Okay, well, that song wasn't perfect because he believed in no God, but what he said was a Christian thing, because even though it wasn't a Christian song, but when he said, "I'm not the only one," most real Christians are called dreamers, and we're not the only ones. So if you're a Christian and you feel there are more of us out there, that want to listen to the things I'm saying, log on to We Are Hospitalgate. Because we are rare, and we are a chosen few. But there's a lot more of us than people think. There's not a lot of us, I know, but there's enough of us to have a market for it. There's a market for Christianity. Because if there wasn't, it wouldn't work. So there's a market for it. It's just rare. And if it wasn't rare, it wouldn't be real Christianity. It's rare. Two Christians. You two Christians? I could sense a Christian. You're not a Christian? Do you ever think of searching for God? I mean, do you ever get that empty feeling that you want God to fill you up? No. I see you respect her, and I see she respects you. I was talking to my friend Lukey, and this is a true story. Lukey talked about most girls want to be treated like shit, and most girls do, but the ones that don't want to be treated like shit are rare, and they're more worth it, right? Well, that's what Christianity teaches you. The girls he was showing me on the tape want to be treated like garbage, and I said put the Christian channel on, and the Christian girls were totally the opposite, like her. So basically, that's why you want to be Christian, because you're potentially Christians. I'm going to say a saving prayer with you after this. When I put the Christian girls on, I started talking about the girls that want to be treated with respect. He started saying that he wanted me out of his apartment. He didn't want to do the show because I was talking nonsense. Okay, so now I'm going to say the Savior prayer over you guys. Would you want to repeat after me? Okay. Dear Lord, I admit that I am a sinner like everyone else. And fallen from grace. I ask you to come in my heart and make you my Lord and Savior. How do you guys feel?
The same.
Well, there's a church. I don't have a card on me because I used to have cards. You know where Shore Avenue is? In Valley Stream? Mm-hmm. You go down Merrick, you hit Shore Avenue. Mm-hmm. You're down Merrick in a bus or a car. You're down that road, Shore Avenue. You'll see a church. Mm-hmm. You see a church. Mm-hmm. And it's called Revival Outreach Ministries. And I know even if you don't feel it yet, you know what I'm saying makes sense, right? You know it makes sense, right? So it makes sense to you, and I know it does. You'll go to that church. At the end is on 215 Nelson Avenue, corner of Hillside and Claret. Okay. You go there and tell them Richard told you about the church because he wants everybody that would win souls to tell them about the church. And I see you guys because I gave you the card later next time I see you.
All right. Okay.
All right, so you go to that church, you get saved. You're rare people. You're intelligent people. I think you should go. God bless. Okay, you see that? Oh, you guys don't want to hear it still. You guys still don't want to hear it. Hey. Tough. This is Tupperware. The Tupperware.
Tupperware?
The Tupperware. Tupperware. The Tupperware. Okay. I can see how many people are watching. You want to tell me the Tupperware is? Tupperware? The Tupperware.
I'm not sure.
you know what a Tupperware is? Tupperware? Do you know what a Tupperware is? Tupperware.
Tupperware?
Yeah.
No. You gotta look at the signs. I don't know.
Oh, you know what? I'm in the wrong store. I have to go to Dollar Tree. That's where I find that stuff.
Up there. Yeah.
That's the other way. The other way. Hey. Yankees. Yankees. I have a feeling this channel might be going nowhere because people aren't intelligent enough to log onto it. That's why Howard Stern was so popular. He talked nonsense. He talked what the average person wanted to hear. I don't. But I know there's a market for this channel. I told Christianity enough. I know there's a market for this channel. If you're a Christian and you want to hear what I'm saying, because it makes sense to you, because you're a real Christian, out with your hospital gate. Like, share, comment, subscribe. This is turning into a Christian channel. I'm tired of conforming to the world because I have to. I don't have to. I'm gonna talk Christianity. Lukey tried to say it was common. It's not. Christianity is rare. That's why he doesn't understand it. The stuff he's talking about is common. He even said it. Most girls want to be treated like shit. Most girls aren't Christians. But you can convert girls to Christianity. You talk right, you can convert people. Maybe I'm not, maybe my message is correct, but my delivery, maybe it's not my message that's wrong. It's not my message. It's the delivery. Because when Robbie talked to him, he got to him. Robbie said the same things I was saying. Maybe it's in the delivery. A lot of people like Donald Trump, not because he's intelligent, because his delivery is good. Is that what it is, guys? I'm saying the right things, but it's in the delivery. That could be it. That could be corrected. I could change it. Well, I got those people over there to listen to me. My delivery was right then. They weren't Christians, but they were good people, and they were listening to what I say. So, and they're going to become Christians. My delivery. What could I do right when I did to talk to them to talk to everybody else? You guys said not talk at you, talk to you. That's the delivery. Guys, from now on, I'm not talking at you, I'm talking to you. Everybody in the chat who I want to stray away from what Lukey's saying and talk about my mission, I'm going to not talk at you anymore. I'm going to talk to you. And that's going to change my delivery. Lukey talks that nonsense, but he knows how to talk to people. That's how I'm going to win. I got to stop talking at people and start talking to people. When I was talking to those people, I wasn't talking at them, I was talking to them. Is that it, guys? Do I got it right? I can't really read the chat right now, but I will read it later. My eyes are bad, so I can't read the chat right now, but I will read it. And when I get home, I'm going to keep this channel on. We're going to talk more about Christianity. And I promise you guys, I will not talk at you. I will talk to you. Robbie didn't talk at him, talk to him. I talked to those two people, but I forgot. Tupperware. Gotta get some Tupperware. Okay. So I'm talking 2-minute Lukey and not Adam. Where's a big Tupperware pot? The big Tupperware. The big one. Where is it? The big oval one.
I'm not sure. I don't work here, so.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll get 2 of these. 2 of these to do it. Oh, come on. See, this is not working. I keep on dropping this. Nobody's perfect, guys. Nobody's perfect. My hand, like Lukey's right about that hand thing. It's shaky. Try to make something out of it that I was having. Well, the problem is I wasn't having it. It was shaky. Okay. These are all $1.25, right? It's all $1.25, isn't it, aren't they? Okay. 2 of these. When to win people into the kingdom, you don't talk at them, you talk to them. Jesus talked to people, he didn't talk at them. That's how he won people, won souls. So the same things I'm saying, but he talked to them, not at them. We talk to them, and then... Okay. Can't get this off. Do me a favor. Can you separate this? Thanks. Are you a Christian?
Yeah.
I'd like you to speak on my channel.
It's okay. No, thank you.
Okay.
You want one here?
What's it? Yeah. Take another one. I'll take two of them. They got one there. There's 2 there? Okay, 2 there. Let me just separate this. My wallet. Where's my wallet? Oh, thank God. Yeah, my wallet has everything in it.
Yeah, take these 2. You can give me back.
Okay, let me just... I'll pick it up, don't worry. Here you go. Okay. Just 2. I got 2 of the other ones. 2 of these. Okay. I got 2 of these too. I went to. I gotta make sure I get my wallet because I don't want to have the wallet lifted. I'll leave that there. I'm inviting them to. People will help themselves to things if you leave it out there. I mean, to invite them. You don't realize they invite people to do things. They're leaving things around. Not right, but they do it. Okay. Let me just... Okay, 1 second. These are the wrong tops. The right tops for that, but the wrong tops for this. Okay, these are the right tops. All right.
These come actually together.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe some other time I see you want to talk on my channel. I want more Christians to talk on my channel. There aren't many of us around. Okay, guys. Taking this Tupperware pot back. You know, I got to give props for props to do it. Lukey talks a lot of stuff, but he's right on with that natural healing. He's right on with that. I think I give people that props. I mean, credit where credit's due. He has helped me a lot too. I didn't know much about goodness, but he knows how to heal people. Maybe it's the only one. Oh, the wrong place. No, gotta wait on this line. This is a Christian YouTube channel. We help children in hospitals and everything. Does anybody want to talk on it? No, thank you. Okay.
That color. Okay. If they have any more. They should. I see them right there. You want me to pay for it? No, mama. You brought me in.
Excuse me, ma'am. Okay. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just put these down. You can go ahead of me. I just want to put these here. Go ahead, ma'am. I'm a gentleman. Okay.
Three things, right? Yeah.
Christian channel called Hospital Gate. We help children that are being abused in hospitals. Did I say something?
Yeah.
Have you ever been abused in a hospital? No. Are you a Christian?
Yeah, I'm a Christian. I've never been.
Do you ever see the abuse? You ever hear about it?
Yeah.
Do you know there's human trafficking going on in a place like Nassau County Medical Center? And in the state hospitals like Pilgrim and Creedmoor, there's also human trafficking going on in places, zoo place like South Nassau, a place like that. You know that?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, what do you got to say about that? Horrible, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it's something that should be addressed and shouldn't be ignored anymore?
Yeah, I think every abuse of any kind should be addressed.
Okay. Do you know that you've got people like Donald Trump, who is basically has people thinking he's a conservative, but he's really a rhino, Republican only by name, and he's involved in all this stuff, and he covers up by the stuff on the border. He does this stuff, help people on the border, but he's letting it go on in hospitals. You know that. A lot of people don't know that about Donald Trump. He talks a big game, and they say the antichrist is going to be talking miracle signs and wonders. Now, a lot of people call him the antichrist, but they didn't really say why. I'm coming out with the reasons why. I used to be a cop, and I was investigating these hospitals, and he was supposed to be helping me. And there was now I don't get me wrong, I support Israel, but when somebody's an Orthodox Jew, does that give them the pass to commit attempted murder or mess with children?
No.
Okay, well, this doctor that we were investigating was doing that, and he was an Orthodox Jew. And there was also Andrew Cuomo, who was a friend of his, who was involved in it. And he covered everything up. Donald Trump covered everything up. Like that's it.
543.
Yeah, he covered everything up, sealed all the records. Even the fact that I was a cop, he covered that up too. And they all got away. Do you think that's a good thing to do?
It's not.
So if he's helping children on the border, all he's doing is making it look like he's a good person. It's called miracles, signs, and wonders. You heard that in the Bible? Miracle signs and wonders. Now, a lot of people talk nonsense about Donald Trump. Doesn't make sense. When I'm talking about makes sense, right? I'm not giving them. You look into this. Eventually, it's going to come out. It's not a bogus claim like some of the others. And that's another thing too. They trial him for things that he's not guilty of, so it makes him look like he's good. But this stuff they refuse to trial him for because they know they're going to catch him. Anyway, have you said? Has anybody said the Savior prayer to you?
Yeah.
So you know about it.
Yeah.
Would you like to know about a church in Valley Stream, 215 Hillside Avenue, and it's in Valley Stream. Very blessed pastor. He's a Trump fan, but he doesn't know what I know. But he's also a good man in other ways, and very good a man. And he became a Christian. He became a Christian, and he used to be a Muslim. Would you like to check out the church?
Not right now.
Would you like to hear the address, so in case you change it?
Yeah, 215.
Hillside Avenue, corner Hillside and Clarendon. You go down Shore. You know what Shore is?
Yeah.
Go down Shore, and you go to. You have to get to Shore. You go from Merrick to Shore, and you'll see it. And you go all the way down. You see a church with a big cross on it. And like anybody else, I don't agree with everything he says, but a lot of the things I do. God bless.
You forgot your stuff.
What I dropped, what I forgot. Oh, that's how I couldn't forget that. Okay, just one, right? Just one, right? Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Okay. Stuff I said about Donald Trump is true too. There's a lot of Trumpers out there. That just proves that he's no good by his following. But something that is good also has a following, it's just not as big. The stuff with the big following is the stuff that's usually wrong. The stuff that has a following, where people don't see a lot of it, but there's more than people think, that's when it's right. Nothing that makes sense or anything that has no following. If it makes sense, it's going to have a following, but it's not going to have a big following. Something that makes sense, like anything else, is going to have a following. Not a big one. That means people follow it, and it's rare, but it's not as rare as people think it is. It is very rare. Not as rare as people think it is. There aren't too many Christians in the world, but there's a lot more than you think there are. So just because, well, you say there's about billions of people in the world. Hundreds of, about 4 or 5 billion people in the world. I would say about 500 million of those people are going to heaven. That's a lot of people, but if you compare it to 5 billion, it's really not. If 500 million people are going to heaven, and theoretically that's a lot of people, but if you compare it to the 5 billion that are in this world, it's not a big number at all. Very minor. But there's a following. More than people think it is. Not a lot, but more than people think. A lot more than people think. A lot more than people think, but not a big following either. If you compare it to statistics. The statistics is not a big following. But just because something's not a big following doesn't mean not a lot of people. There are 5 billion people in the world, and 500 million people are following Christ. 500 million people is a lot of people. But compared to 5 billion, which is in the world, it's not. At all. It's a fraction. That's what they mean by, that's what I mean by chosen few. And every day we got to win the loss to make that bigger. But it's not going to be real big. We'll just keep on getting bigger, but it won't be, it'll never be, it'll always be outnumbered. We'll always be outnumbered. Big following, but we'll always be outnumbered. You pair 500 million to 5 billion people in the world. 500 million is Christians. 500 million people, a lot of people. But you compare it to the 5 billion that are in the world, it's not a lot. That's why there aren't that many Christians, but there are a lot more than people think there are. Not a lot. A lot more than you think. I got it. I got 2 people saved by Christ. Got 2 people saved by Christ. Told them about my church. Okay. The chat says something that makes sense. And I'm listening to it. I'm talking the right things, but I'm talking at them, not to them. When I talk to you two, I'm saying the right things, but I'm talking at you, not to you. And I'm going to work on talking to you, okay? I'm working to the chat, okay?
I'm still just getting the idea as quick as possible. I need to chill out for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm still going to keep the stream going when I leave. I need to put a pair of pants with the pockets. So I put my wallet in it. You got to get me a pair of pants and shorts with pockets.
No.
Do you have any? Could you get me a pair of shorts?
Nope. I gave you the pants that I had, and if that's not good enough, you can put your other pants back on.
And I'm going to carry all this back. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll put my bag in. I'll put my wallet into my bag. That's what I'll do. That's the easy way. Put it in the bag. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Gotta wash these pants now too. Hold this for a second, please. Thank you. I'm gonna put these sneakers on. I'm gonna put these boots in here because the boots don't look good with the shorts. Right?
You wear boots with shorts.
Yeah, but not these.
Oh, cool.
Not these. Not these. These are dress boots. You wear stuff like Timberlands with shorts. Not these. Can you help me zip this up? Please? Thanks. Yeah. I wear Timberlands with shorts, but I'm not going to wear those.
I don't know if this is going to fit in here. You have to put them in another little bag.
I want to put that wallet in there too. Where's my wallet? It's upstairs? Let me get my wallet. Yeah, no, put it in. I already put it in there. Didn't I put it in there? Did I put my wallet in there? Check to see if I put my wallet in there. Please?
Please, Mommy.
He doesn't stop.
Why are you getting everybody to do everything for you, bro?
I need help sometimes. You need help sometimes too.
You need help putting your fucking wallet in your backpack?
I want to make sure it's in there. I don't know if I put it in there.
So check. Check yourself. Stop trying to get Kathy to be your fucking mommy.
Oh, you're perfect.
I'm just calling you out, bro.
And I call you out and you don't like it. When I call you out, you have a problem with it. You call me out, it's okay.
Do you have a problem with me calling you out right now?
Do you have a problem with me calling you out when I called you out?
I asked you first.
Well, if you have a problem, I have the same problem. I have the same problem you have.
So you do have a problem.
Yeah, because you don't like being called out, so that's hypocritical. Well, you don't like being called out, so that's hypocritical. I don't like hypocrites.
Made your food, helped you cleanse. Now Kathy's got to look for your wallet.
I gotta check this out, make sure my wallet's in there. Okay. Talking sense to me, there's a problem with that. You have a problem me talking sense to you? I'm gonna ask you. Do you have a problem me talking sense to you? When people talk sense to you, you have a problem with that? Sounds like you do. Whenever someone talks sense to you, you have a problem. Even Robbie couldn't get to you for the longest time. You would complain about him. Finally, he got to you somehow. You had a problem because he was talking sense to you. A bunch of retards talking, you know what they say. You thought the reason why you like Stuttering John is because he talked about the shit you like talking about. And then when you saw, you realized he was so much like you, but you dumped him. You don't like yourself. You don't like yourself. I like myself. You weren't always like that, though. He wasn't always like that. He used to be wanting to help the children and everything. The world got to him.
It's just too much for me to.
No, I was talking sense to you. You talk nonsense with those girls. I put the Christian girls on, and I started talking the opposite, and I was making sense. You had a problem with it. I could have listened to those girls that were talking nonsense, and I could have joined in with you, and you would have been like, "Oh, this guy's great." Because I didn't join in with you. I talked about the other girls.
Suspicion that once you got on TRT, I wouldn't be able to deal with you anymore. And I was right.
No, it's not even that. I'm not putting up with shit no more.
I'm just telling you from my point of view.
Well, my point of view is I was being passive.
That's cool.
And you loved that.
You can have your point of view on your way home. I'm making your food.
Now I'm not being passive anymore, and I'm not taking your shit, so now I'm wrong.
I'm making food for you.
Everybody else liked it when I was passive too, but I don't like myself passive. It's not the way I want to be. Being taken advantage of, I want to speak up for myself. I'm not saying don't turn the cheek, but I did it too much.
Just make sure your stuff's packed up.
You could call me on things, but I can't call you on your nonsense.
Down with your food and you're leaving.
My wife's in there, right? Yeah. See, guys, he could call people on things that he says are nonsense, but he does talk nonsense. He can't call them on it. Not the TRT. I'm the same person. It's good to turn the other cheek, guys. It's not good to do it all the time. Sometimes you got to speak your mind. And the reason why he can't, he wants to get rid of me because I turn the other cheek so much that he got used to it. He got used to being able to take advantage of me and me not saying anything. And you all got used to it. And all of a sudden I speak up for myself and not real Christian anymore. But if I would have spoke up for myself, still turn the other cheek, but spoke up for myself a little more often, he wouldn't have been doing this. Remember when he used to yell and scream at me and I would sit there and take it? Can't do that forever. I could turn the other cheek like that, but I can't do it too much. It's not right. It's not healthy. You think turning the other cheek is always the right thing to do? No.